After 23 matches of heart-stopping action in Group B, it's Netherlands 11. They are in the final, undefeated. They've been unstoppable train so far. But I tell you what, Denmark, they have been building and building and building. Can they derail the train? We're about to find out. Only one spot is available in Championship Week 5. I'm Mr. Maximo. This is the Dream11 European Cricket Championship Group B final, and it starts right now. Hello and welcome back to the Costa del Sol, where the sun is setting on Group B, and the sun is setting on the day as well here on Finals Friday. We have two teams left from Group B. Of course, they are both fighting for the one spot in Championship Week 5. Netherlands 11 versus Denmark. It's going to be the final we want to see. Let's go over to the toss, where Rob Kemming is with the two captains.
Okay, your call.
Yeah, heads.
Heads is called. It is heads.
Yep, we're gonna bowl first.
So it is Denmark that win the toss, and they've decided to chase. So they're going to bowl first. And look, I think the Netherlands 11 won't mind that too much, but Denmark, they've been really, really good chasing today. In fact, they've had two successful chases already. But can they do it against the Netherlands 11 attack? That is certainly a step up from the other attacks in the competition. So I think it'll be a great final. I know the national anthems are on the way, then you'll hear the voice of Rico Full. Let's get ready for the Group B final.
Well, that's not the voice of Rico Full, that's the soothing sound of Corey Ruckers, and I'm excited to bring you this final of Group B. It's Denmark versus the Netherlands, and it should be a great final here at the Cartama Oval in Spain. And it's been a sensational week, which is coming to its climax now, and really looking forward to seeing how it pans out. Definitely the best two teams this week. It was a bit of a topsy-turvy week for the Danish, but in the end, they've come good at the right time. And the Netherlands, well, they've been mighty impressive and growing as a unit throughout as well. The fan zone is building, and it's going to be an exciting evening under lights here in Cartama. I absolutely love the evening cricket, the night cricket. We've had some amazing games at night as well. All week we've had some doozies go right down to the wire. There's the Danish support. Oh, they're absolutely revved up. You can see there. And a big round of applause for the standing officials who are walking out to the middle. And there's the Netherlands and Denmark teams coming out. Good luck to all the players and all the officials in the final. Promises to be a good game. And we'll have the customary national anthems as well. A proud moment for all these players representing their nation. It should be a game full of flair, full of heart and full of spirit. Really looking forward to seeing if Denmark can make a bit of a fight of it and not get bullied over by this dangerous Netherlands teams as we wait for the national anthems.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be upstanding for the national anthem of the Netherlands. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem of Denmark. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for both our teams.
What a special moment for all the players out there. And there's Dan and Ken Weston, my word. Look at those two, father and son. We look at the two lineups. And, well, that dangerous batting lineup of the Netherlands. We'll get to see them out there. Musa Ahmed will open the batting with Clan Floyd, I'm sure. Boris Gourlay at 3. For Denmark, it comes down to their bowling for me. Can they get wickets? Can Abdullah Mahmood's off-spin or Lucky Malik's left-arm off-spin come into it? Ishan Karimi. It's going to be a real big test. They've gone 5-5, but they've gotten themselves to the final. The supercomputer is telling us it's going to be a close one, and we hope so. Everyone loves a final that goes down to the wire. So that does give me a great moment to bring in co-commentator, good friend, purple suit wearing for the final, Vinny Sandhu. Vinny, how excited are you?
I'm very excited because I think this is the final. Based on current form, you just feel Denmark are the one team that could challenge Netherlands 11 in a one-off match. You see the fan zone's been filling up steadily all day. As I know that they had a great day out. Perfect weather we've had this week as well, Corey. You just could not script better weather for cricket, I don't think, at the moment.
No, absolutely not. My forehead's taken a beating, and that's usually a good sign of the weather is good. For me, Vinny, it all comes down to these very first few overs. I mean, Musa Ahmed and Clan Floyd have been clattering it of late.
Yeah.
If Denmark are to spring a surprise, they're going to have to keep them under 30 or 35, let's say, and then have a bit of control from there. But if it gets away to 50, 60 in the power play, game over.
I mean, the thing is, look at the Netherlands 11 batting lineup. I mean, they bat all the way to 10, really.
Yep.
Philip Bossevant is listed at 10, and we saw him opening the batting and doing a really good job earlier in the week. So there's no excuse to be conservative, I think, these Netherlands 11 batters. And look, yeah, I think they were happy with the fact that they were batting first. I think that both teams get what they want out of the toss. Denmark will be chasing when the lights take over a bit more. But I also think this is a slightly awkward time to bat as well, as the artificial lighting is just starting to take effect.
Yeah, interesting. I think Denmark, I would have liked to have seen them bat first, and even if you end up making 100, it can give it a bit of extra pressure in the final. But they elected to bowl. Fair enough. Every team's got their own methods.
And they probably watched your guys last week, Spain.
Yep.
Chased down 130 plus in the final.
There's the Swedes. They played
Looked
well
like
this
Ken,
week, didn't
looked
they?
like Kenroy Nesta. I just spotted him on there enjoying a Victoria Cerveza. So, hey, we've seen play on ECN a fair bit, but it is going to be Ishan Karimi to get us started in the final. Only one spot available, and only one place this is going, and that's the jungle maximal. Karimi drifts into the pads, and Floyd swats him away. It's the Floyd swat. 6 runs to Netherlands 11.
Yeah, it's a short rank ball down the leg side, and he's not going to miss out on that. I mean, Denmark, they have to be on. There's 17 balls here that they might as well use as their final. They have to have a good power play. They cannot get blown out the water for 50, 60 here, or I don't see them coming back.
Yeah, you're not wrong about that. Crucial. It's probably not the line that Karimi was going for. Say a big welcome to everyone watching on FanCode in the subcontinent, of course on ECN and all of our international broadcast partners. Start times in Africa, ATN in Canada, Sportsmax Champ in Jamaica, DSC in Dubai. This is in the air and it's just over the fielder. And it was Shaquille Zeb there who tried to fight gravity, tried to go vertical, but it gets over him. But only just 6-4 to get this one started.
Yeah, easy shot for Clan Floyd. It's a poor ball again. It's going well down the leg side, so he just has to help it. He did try to defy gravity, but gravity is a great leveler. And 10 off 2, and Vinny, I'm telling you, now there's 16 balls. They have to have a good power play.
Yeah, you're not wrong there. Karimi needs to fight back and fast. And now this is a false shot, hanging in the air, but there's nobody home, nobody in the circle in front of square there for Denmark. So just a single bit of a dodgy one from Floyd. Also want to say, we're talking about our international broadcast partners, Liga TV, right here in Spain, VG in Norway, Swiss Sport TV, 11 Sports in Italy, TVR in Romania, Streamstar in Austria, Sport Deutschland in Germany, and of course, Fox Sports in Australia, and Premier Sports, Free Sports in the UK and Ireland. Here we go. Finals time. Time's ticking for one of these two teams.
Yeah, absolutely. Tournament life on the line. We'll be saying goodbye to one team at the end of this game.
Musa Ahmed on strike for the first time. Well, this is in the air and he's gone first ball. A little bit of extra bounce, and I think that Musa's playing for a turn here that never comes. That's a big wicket first up from Karimi. who's already disappeared for a couple of boundaries, but that is all worth it because he gets the big wicket of Musa Ahmed for a duck.
Yeah, really big wicket because the last 2 innings Musa Ahmed has played, he's faced about 15 balls and hit 13 boundaries in each of them. So he goes early. That's going to be a nice calming wicket for Denmark, that is for sure. And it breaks a lefty-righty partnership early. So big moment early in this one. They need a lot to go right for them, and that's number 1.
Yeah, simple catch there for Shaquille Zeb. That's cricket, isn't it, Musa? Doesn't waste any balls. He's going to have to go up the very first rock that he faces. It's Karimi with a big wicket. It's not going to get easier, though, because here is Boris Gawley, and here's another guy who's had a very good week, Corey.
Yeah, he's had a great week. He's timed the ball beautifully, and Musa Ahmed will go for a golden duck in the final. Didn't think I'd be saying those words. But yeah, it does bring in Boris Gawley, who has been pretty efficient at striking the ball early in his innings. Probably hasn't had the big score he would have liked so far, but maybe tonight's his night.
So here's Boris. Likes to funkify his batting. Doesn't need to now. Wow, this has slipped out.
Oh, no!
It's a no ball. This is the most incredible piece of cricket you'll ever see. And because it's a no ball, because it bounces at least twice before the popping crease.
Is it allowed to bounce twice?
So the old rule was it could bounce twice, but not 3 times before the crease.
Are you sure?
I'm sure. And now the rule is it can't bounce twice. 1, 2.
It's the greatest ball of all time.
Well,
Give
I
it
mean,
out.
it's news to Karimi, who's, I mean, what are we playing here? 1, 2.
Bold.
I think the cameraman was already taking cover.
I love that he celebrated as well, like he meant it.
Yeah, let's count the bounces here. I think.
No, it only bounces twice.
So
but
in the old rules, that's why I don't like this rule. Because why? Because that's a ball that should go about 3 kilometres off the bat. But instead, it's going to be a no ball free hit.
I can't
Well,
believe-
that's going to. Boris is going to hate that.
I can't
In fact,
believe-
I already enjoy that Boris, his whole cricket career, he could achieve anything. But anybody at any time could pull out that replay of what could basically called a toddler bowling at you in the backyard, and Boris has just swung and missed.
I'm more a fan that Karimi gave it the big one and celebrated like it was the best ball on earth.
Don't like that rule change. Why shouldn't you let a ball bounce twice?
Oh.
Because it's basically so easy.
Oh, that's one of the greatest things I've ever seen.
Wow, no one saw that coming. What does that do to your confidence anyway? Floyd gets a 1 bouncer, which to me is boring now. But anyway, it'll be the end of the first over. Wow, 14 for 1, and we almost did see it all in that first over.
Well, that was groundbreaking. A small part of me wish I was out just for the comedic value of it, but Boris Gawley, well, he misses out on it.
It's not even for debate, because the second bounce is so short still that it had to be a no ball under the rules. I'm just saying I don't like the rule. Let it bounce twice.
Yeah.
That's interesting cricket. Well, Musa Ahmed, 179 runs, but he's gone already, isn't he, Corey?
Yeah, he is gone, and, well, it does have Ryan Klein as the second leading run scorer and Sebastian Brutt. They're going to come out at number 4 and 5, but all the focus on, at the moment, Boris Gawley and Clan Floyd. And for the top bowlers, well, for Denmark, Mahmood still got to come in, Zeb and Karimi. They all have to have a good night. Clan Floyd's off to a good start. He's 12 off 4.
Wow. Still can't believe.
Yeah, I've never seen anything like that.
The thing is, it's
That's a
one thing
final.
if it's a guy that can't bat. You're a really talented international batter. Well, now we got one that's up and away, and it's still going up. You can get this one, Floyd. Well, the second bounce for this one will be off the field. Maximal, and he continues his good start.
Yeah, Floyd's going to enjoy this sort of pace. It's not too quick. It's back of a length, and he absolutely mows it. And Zeb, he likes to bowl this sort of, well, heavy length, but he probably doesn't have the pace on it to threaten Floyd too much. So he's got to be careful here. Still inside that dangerous power play time for Denmark.
Got some really committed viewers here. Now that Rob's up at 5:40 in the morning in New Zealand just to watch this final. Hello to you, Rob. Here's Zeb, though. Disappeared first ball. I mean, we've seen a lot of things, and that's something that we might see in ECS cricket, for example. But
I've seen AB de Villiers face one before. He got out to a double bouncer.
I mean, caught on the boundary is one thing.
No, he
But
got LBW.
But to fresh air it. How well, Boris? Onwards and upwards from here. He's on 1 now. Here's Zeb in the second over. This is a bit better. And the 1 bounce is no problem for Boris. This one's into the jungle. Maximal. Netherlands 11 building up to 27 now, halfway through this power play.
Yeah, this was always going to be the tough part for Denmark. Their bowlers don't match up great against this dangerous batting lineup, and that's a great shot from Boris Gourlay. You just think, how can they potentially stop this dangerous batting lineup?
Yeah, well, that's a good question. I suppose take your chances. Well, you know how they're planning to build a brewery here in the future, and there's going to be a beer called Corey's Catch.
Yeah.
I just got a message saying there'll also be a beer called Boring One Bounces. Thanks very much to Brian for that. Here we go with Zeb. And now this is high. Now this is a chance, or is he? He's got to go a mile here, Christensen. Oh, he gets there, and he does very well to keep it inside the field of play. He had to run half a marathon to get there, Magnus. He couldn't quite hold on.
Yeah, well, I'm not too sure what mid-wicket doing inside the ring's doing. He watched Magnus run about 40 yards. He should have run back and helped him. Top effort, 10 out of 10 effort. He made some good ground. He does put it down in the end.
I think that's Magnus's catch. I mean, it's hard for the guy running back at full pace. Then he has to stop.
Yeah, he had less ground to cover, though. Could have helped out a little bit.
Wow, big moment there. Floyd gets a life, albeit a very tough one. Dug out.
I think it was Gourlay. I think they ran 2 there.
Yeah, sorry.
So Boris living a chance life at the moment.
I want to say hello to Sarab Zalpuri as well, watching from the Netherlands. Oh, it's great that we've got viewers from all around the globe, and why not? Such an exciting group final last week. We saw Spain, coached by my colleague here in the box, getting over Arnold 11. What's in store this week? It's pretty well bowled, keeping it simple now, Zeb. So, interesting over, ends up going for 16, and 2 overs down in the final. The score is 30 for 1.
What's the score that you think's manageable for Denmark later? We know how good the Dutch bowling lineup is. What's something in the realm you think they could get?
120?
Max? If it gets over that?
It seems unlikely. That's my 95% confidence. Well, if you're enjoying cricket, and I know that we all are here at ECN, good news is the fan code ECT10 will be on again tomorrow. Catalonia CC former ECL representatives, as well as Granada and Malaga, will be here same time, although it might not be on the channels you're watching right now, but you can always watch it on fan code in the Indian subcontinent. And if you want more, you can just subscribe to our YouTube channel, ECN European Cricket Network, because this is local cricket, domestic cricket, the same fast-paced format, the same ground that you're watching right now. Join us from 9:30 a.m. GMT, which is 11:30 in Central Europe, 3 p.m. in India. I know you'll be doing the first couple of games tomorrow, Corey. Bet you're looking forward to that.
Yeah, can't wait. Load me in the car now.
Here is Adam Lee in over number 3, down the ground. SW1.
5 balls left of this power play. The Dutch are looking at a score of in excess of 40. Can they get a wicket? Denmark or a couple of dot balls? Clan Floyd is 19 off 6. He's looking very good.
It's good to see a lot of our regular viewers back for the final as well. Hello to Mandrake. Hope you're well. Adam Lee, though, has had quite a journey over this week. Coming on the final in the 3rd. Pretty well bowled.
It's been a funny old week with how it worked out, isn't it? This is the final we expected, but I mean, Finland came out the block, Sweden were showing us so much, at Hungary we expected some things, but in the end it probably worked out the way we might have assumed it would.
Yeah, maybe. I always thought those middle 3 were pretty even. It just turns out that it was a slightly different middle 3. Hungary underperformed, I think, compared, and Finland overperformed compared to what we were expecting, I think. Played very well. Going down leg side. Well, he kicks it back to the bowler, who kicks it back at the stumps. Double kick action.
Well, I tell you what, who's a famous Danish striker, Vinny? Laudrup, he should have hit that stumps there. That could have been a big wicket.
Yeah, let's have a look at this. It's the old 1-2. Have a look at this, and he almost sells Gourley up the river. I think he would have been okay. Obviously, no, he wouldn't have been.
That was out, Vinny. If he hit the stump there, that was out. Boris Gourlay, I think, gets a cheeky life again.
Oh.
The Danish aren't bad at football, Vinny.
Yeah. I mean, they got a bit of a gift there. I mean, Floyd, his name would have been on the score sheet for a run-out assist there, I think.
That was a goal assist almost.
Boris goes out there. This one's on a length and it's launched. And this is another teaser. And it's going to be all the way just down to the grasp of Christensen. Maximo! Well, Boris, he's had a bit of luck, hasn't he? But he has survived, and now he's starting to thrive. He moves to 17.
Yeah, moves to 17. Nice shot. It's a half volley, but you've still got to put it away. Boris Gourlay, he's doing a pretty good job of getting it about 52 metres at the moment. That's all you have to do.
Good club selection, as they say in golf. There's a Swedish team. I know they're disappointed not to be in this final, but they're watching keenly like everyone else. Oh, false shot. This should be gone. And it is. So Gawley runs out of lives, and it's Abdullah Mahmood that takes the catch. Adam Lee breaks through. A second wicket in the power play. Netherlands 11 out, 38 for 2.
Yeah, good bowling from Adam Lee. Gets this one to straighten off the deck, and Boris Gawley gets caught out trying to whip it on the leg side. Nice safe catch in the end, and Denmark showing they're being pretty plucky here, not letting it get away from them too much. And it's a big wicket. Boris Gawley's had a funny old week, a lot of starts, but hasn't made the big score.
Yeah, so true. He didn't really have time to get funky in this innings. Didn't have to, I don't think, in the power play. But he just didn't have his timing, did he? Abdullah Mahmood held on to the catch. Just made sure he took the impact with the other hand and the body. So Gawley disappointed to have to walk in the final.
I'm getting some credit in the commentary chat for mentioning Law Drop. Was before my time, do know my football.
I thought it was Loudrop. Is it Laudrup?
Same thing, spelled the same way.
I always like to play him. He played for Rangers, didn't he?
Okay, now you're pushing
Okay,
my knowledge.
Sorry. 17 of 9.
Ryan Klein comes to the crease now, Vinian. How good's he been with the bat this tournament?
Yeah, he has been really good. I know he's carrying a slight injury. We know that.
Yep.
Going into this game. So I don't know if
doesn't
he will
affect,
bowl.
Yeah, it doesn't affect his batting, but maybe it affects his bowling just a little bit.
Adam Lee comes to Klein, who's a big wicket. Pushes. And from memory, this morning, Klein went very first ball. Right now, gets them to the end of the power play. He'll retain the strike. It's 39 for 2 after 3.
Well, I'll tell you what, after 3 overs, if you said to Denmark, you win the toss, you bowl first, and you have Netherlands 39 for 2 after 3, would you take it?
Oh yeah, I think so.
I think so. You're not out the game yet. You're still hanging around. You don't want to be out-batted in the power play and all of a sudden they're on 50 or 60.
Yeah.
You can see some pretty good skyscrapers, but 2 wickets also helps.
Just don't want to get blown away, do you? See the 3 overs, 14, 16 and 8. So very good over from Lee. And he had the other end of the stick last night, didn't he, when he had to bowl the last over to Sweden, needing 15. And big 6 finished things off. It was chaos here on a Thursday night. We had a ball up in the commentary box. We had a broken fence. We had players rolling down the hill. This is European cricket at its best.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, how about this in the power? Oh, we're just out of the power play, and we're going to the leg spinner. So it's going to be Rizal Sormi.
I'm not too sure if this is the right matchup. Maybe I'm going to be wrong.
He's trying to go across. So he's trying to get that angle across, and he'll turn it even more right to left.
Okay,
So
I get what you mean, but they've got 3 backward points in place, and Clayton Floyd and Saqib Zulfikar and these players will reverse sweep.
yeah, that's true.
So there's a lot of risk here. It's brave captaincy. He's going to have to spin it. He's going to have to land it in the right areas.
Yeah, let's see what Floyd does. Will he want to go across the line here? Go mid-on maybe. He does reverse. And he's gone. Well, they set the trap as well. You're right, they can reverse sweep, but it's a difficult shot. And there were 3 men waiting for it if you didn't get it right. And Mahmood gets the second catch, and Sormi gets the big wicket of Clayton Floyd. He's going to have to go for just 19. And now in the 4th over, Netherlands 11 have lost a 3rd wicket. It's 40 for 3.
Yeah, big wicket, really big wicket, because we know how destructive Clayton Floyd can be. He does go the reverse Malachi, but doesn't get anything on it. I actually think the ball was too slow for him. And I like it better when he's just banging it straight. These guys can hit 50-metre boundaries easily. I think that's an error.
Yeah, I mean, if he hits it for 4, it's not an error.
Yeah, it's funny though, like these guys are so good at hitting it straight.
Yeah.
Do you need to take the bigger risk? It's easy to say in hindsight.
I do think if you're ever going to play the reverse sweep, that's where you know where it's going to be. It's going to be outside off. It's turning towards that side. So I can kind of get it as an option. I don't think it's necessarily a bad decision. Just a problem with the execution of the shot from Clayton Floyd as he departs. It's 40 for 3.
Not a bad T10 innings though, 19 off 9. He's given them a platform. This brings Sebastian Brutt to the crease, and now this is a huge moment in the game for me. Sebastian Brutt, Ryan Klein and Saqib Zulfikar, the next 3 batsmen, or these 2 and the next one, are really good strikers of the ball. Denmark have to keep picking up wickets throughout, bring in maybe a little bit more of that underbelly of a lower order. I still think the Dutch are ahead at this stage.
Yeah, I think so. But I just think that Denmark are doing everything that's asked of them at the moment. These 2, probably pound for pound, they've been some of the best strikers for Netherlands 11 this week. They've been really muscling it. So he goes and fetches it. Might be gone first ball. He is! He's gone first ball. What a catch. What a catch that is from Musa Mahmood. And Brutt takes the bait. The captain tries to slog sweep, goes against all the angles, but it was such a good catch on the boundary, and the Netherlands skipper is gone for a golden duck. He's not the only one so far. 40 for 4. High drama in the Group B final.
Yeah, you said it, Vinny. High drama in the Group B final because Sebastian Brutt, the captain, their leader, he's going to go for a golden. I mean, he didn't look to overhit there. Look, was he trying to place it, but he didn't keep it down. He did neither of the two. And he picks out the man who makes a smart catch jumping up over his head. Never easy to hold those. And the Danish Kokahoot. That's a great catch, actually. Musa Mahmood, that was better than I thought live. What a hands.
Yeah, I think he has to time his jump just right. Brutt kind of decided he was going leg side no matter what to that, didn't he? But unfortunately, he doesn't quite get all of it. This is where this long batting lineup comes in handy. Or could we have a hat trick here? I mean, that'd be something else because Sormi's come on, he's got 2 in a row. And we have filled up 2 pages of this hat tricks Hall of Fame. It's a matter of time.
Yeah, we've had a lot, haven't we? An extreme amount this year.
Matter of time till we get number 31. We'll start us on a new page. Hasadu Zaman, man, we saw doing many good things for Finland in this tournament. He is the last person to take a hat trick, and now Sormi.
I would like to think Saqib Zulfikar isn't going to do a crazy shot here. He's got too much cricket education for that, I would think.
Nothing silly.
Nah.
Famous last words in cricket.
Saqib Zulfikar's working this for 1. There's no way he's going to try and hit this for 6.
Well, crowd's up for it. Well, he sweeps and sweeps really well, gets 4. He's kind of drawn into an attacking stroke there because of the line of the ball. And Sormi, I think he thinks he's Shane Warne there for a second. He's going to spin it out of the foot marks instead. It's a steadying boundary for the Dutch.
I'm glad to see the Finnish and the Swedish enjoying the victorious of aces. Yeah, poor ball that time. Nice shot. Saqib Zulfikar, he's had a great week overall.
Back to plan A, I think, but Saqib, he will reverse him. Works it for 1. As you said, well, it's a tight one, but a 1 nonetheless.
I mean, if I'm Denmark here, I'm absolutely stoked with how we've started. I know the rate's probably a little bit high, but I know this Dutch lineup's got a long lineup of all batted, but if you can get these 2 and maybe get Bossevane or Ellenbus out there or Asad Zulfikar, you'll feel a bit more comfortable.
Goes back and hits this down to Musa Mahmood. Came up with a very good piece of fielding that over to remove Sebastian Brutt. So we get to the end of the 4th over. Netherlands 11, 46 for 4. 2 for 7 off that over from the leg spinner Sormi. What a kind of turn of events here early in this final.
Yeah, big turn of events. I think there was a great start by the Netherlands, but yeah, wickets always help the cause. 2 golden ducks to 2 of the main strikers, Musa Ahmed and Sebastian Brutt. But I mean, we've got Klein, Zulfikar. I imagine next in might be Ollie Ellenbus or Asad Zulfikar. I mean, they've got so many options.
Like I said, they've got 10 genuine batters and Kingma.
Yeah, and King. Oh, you're not rating old Vivian Kingmar's batting?
Cheeky dig.
Wow.
You know who I ran into in the bar? It was
Vivian Kingmar.
Yeah, I did. I ran to Chris Batten, the Costa del Sol Express, the CDS Express, who took a hat trick which included Vivian Kingma in the ECS.
Very nice.
58 years of age.
I still think that Ryan Klein, he might enjoy this sort of pace onto the bat.
You just got to focus on what's in front of you. Don't worry about the scoreboard and those 4 wickets. Here's Lee. That's a slightly false shot this time from Klein. Inside half the bat. Down to deep square leg for 1.
Well, the one thing that wickets do, and it doesn't matter what format, most teams will play within themselves just a little bit. There's only a couple of teams that will still be brave and hit the first ball for 6. So Denmark will be hoping to get maybe another cheeky little over in here where it only goes for maybe 7 or 8.
Yeah. I didn't ask you, what do you think is the maximum Denmark could chase?
110.
Okay.
I don't see those Dutch bowlers giving away more than 110.
Goes after this, and I think he's got enough. Going, gone. Maximo! Saqib Zulfikar. He decides to go over mid-off, and he takes on the fielder and wins. 6 runs to the Netherlands.
Yeah, nice shot from Saqib Zulfikar. That's just a lob wedge. He didn't get much of that, but it goes for 6. He's so dangerous, Vinny. Such a good player.
Just thought for a second this might hold up into the field of play. Oh, Pearce. Little bit of a smirk. Can't get too many smiles from Pearce when he's on the job. It's intelligent from Zulfikar, isn't it? Doesn't want to double down. He's smart. He's rebuilding this innings at the moment.
He's a fiery character, isn't he? But yeah, good from Saqib Zulfikar. He gets the 6 and he works the 1, doing what he needs to do. The Dutch will still be happy with their rate. I mean, 110 to 115 with that bowling attack under lights would be so difficult for the Danish.
I'm just trying to think if, for example, Barrage gets going. Shungiv T's been so good, looks like he can handle it. We'll see, I guess. It goes for this, and this
Whoa.
one goes absolute miles from Klein. Well, that one might never come down. Maximal as Klein sends this one into orbit.
Yeah, that was absolutely massive, and the boys enjoyed that one. That flew over us in the commentary box. It's a half volley. They shouldn't have gone pace on this over.
Look at that. I mean, we can't even track that anymore, and it's still on the way up. I couldn't believe how far that one went from Ryan Klein. Lee, got to refocus here.
What a shot.
It was such a big hit. Goes again, false shot, hanging up, big moment. Caught, so 6 and out for Klein, who sends one world record distance for the next one. It's another catch for Abdullah Mahmood. So what is going on here in the final? Netherlands have lost 5 wickets in the first 5 overs. It's 60 for 5.
Yeah, nice bowling from Adam Lee. Was it another half volley? I'm not too sure how he's miscued it, but good bravery from the fast bowler to come in again, bang it in as hard as he can. And maybe it was a better length this time. Ryan Klein would be disappointed to get out now. He's looking the goods.
I think this next ball might have been bowled before that last ball landed. It was hit so high and so far. Abdullah Mahmood there, he knew how big a moment that is. That would be spinning as well. So it's one you should take. He makes sure of it. Really good technique, watches it all the way in. And so Netherlands, their lineup being tested for depth. And Lee, well, he knows that's probably the biggest 6 he's ever been hit for in his years on this earth. But the fact he gets the next ball shows a lot of character. Denmark just taking the chances when they can. And new batter comes out, and he's no bunny either. It's Asad Zulfikar to join his triplet brother, Saqib Zulfikar.
He's batted well this week, Vinny has Asad. And yeah, I'm not surprised they've sent him in, because just maybe a little bit more of a senior head in the lineup compared to the young players.
So look where he's batting. Hopefully this is just warming up. I thought he was going to set up out the return crease there.
I don't think Asad Zulfikar's getting too funky straight away.
Pretty bold in the final, saving that one up. Anyway, his last ball of the over. Sneaks down leg side.
Every time you say it's the last ball of the over, that happens. Can you not do that?
I can try. Tell you what though, I was really happy to be able to speak to some of the players. In fact, I've got a short piece with the captains, which we're going to go to in a second, to get their thoughts ahead of this final. Wait for this ball from Adam Lee. Oh, pretty good one. There's no run there. So it will be the end of the over. 61 for 5 after 5. And a little bit earlier, I caught up with the Danish skipper, Taranjit Barrage. That's right, I'm here with Taranjit Barrage from the Denmark team. He is the captain, and well, what an experience for you guys. Your first UCC, how's it been?
It's been really nice. Like, we've peaked at the right time in the finals. Looking forward to play Netherlands, who played really good cricket. So it'll be fun. It's good.
Yeah, no doubt about that. How have your plans changed basically from what you thought you'd be doing at the start of the week to kind of how you're playing your cricket now?
Yeah, well, we came in with our KPIs of running hard, 1, 2s and 3s, and after the first game we decided to scratch that. It's all go in, watch ball and hit it out of the park.
But I've got to say, you guys look like you're really enjoying this T10 form of the game now.
It's really nice. It's no pressure at all. Just go in, just try new things, and it's worked for us, and it's good. Let's see how it goes in the finals.
You've had some really close games. How have you dealt with the tension in those big moments?
Yeah, some defending and chasing, so it's real fun. Keeps us going. Short format, you know, like you never know what can happen, so it's whoever comes good on their day, it will be their day. So.
Final question, Netherlands 11 unbeaten. What makes you think you can beat them this time around?
Well, you have to believe, otherwise there's no point going onto the field. So there's always a belief. Guys are feeling well. We've peaked at the right time, so got a good feeling about it, and let's see what happens. But good luck to them.
Yeah, for sure. Taran, been great watching you and your team this week. Let's get back to the action. Best of luck.
Thank you.
So a lovely interview there with Vinny Sandhu, the captain of the Danish side, Taranjit Barrage. Back to the action now. And it looks like it's going to be the leg spin still of Swami. Miscues it. It's in a gap, and he can get down here. He does get down. Good fielding. And yeah, keeps it to 1. So Denmark right up for this contest at the moment. I still think the Netherlands just feel like they're in an okay position. 60 off 5 overs. They'll want to double that and get to 120.
Yeah, they will. They've got the batting to do it. I suppose that's the thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mentioned they've got 10 genuine bats, I think, at this level. So after this, and he's going to muscle this one long and strong. Maximo will wake up Kristaps. That's not a knock on the door, that's a knock on the ceiling. And now everybody's scared in the officials' tent, and that's a good counter-attacking blow. What a way to get off the mark for Asad Zulfikar.
Yeah, this is the thing. They bat so deep. It's slow. It's pitching on middle and leg. It's a freebie, and he just comes down the wicket and whacks it. I think the one thing Swami can work with is having a bit more pace. Well, that's Samir Nayak enjoying himself up there with Maxi. But yeah, Danes that have taken wickets, but the race is still a little bit too dangerous for their liking.
Yeah, I think so. Now he goes, square of the wicket, he'll get 4. Class stuff, and Asad, he's better than your average number 7, I think, at this level, and absolutely smacks this one. Well timed through point.
Yeah, much better than your average number 7. Really good shot this time. There's no one patrolling deep on the offside. He just gives himself some room, times it. That's the key, not overhitting, just times the ball. And nope, you're not going to chase that one down. 4 runs.
His next delivery, and he's on the walk again. He catches up with it, and he sends it much the same way. Well, that one almost did take out the scorers, just missing. And Zulfikar is not. Asad Zulfikar gets another 6 to the total. Maximo time.
Yeah, easy hitting for him right now. Swami, he's bowled a good first over. It's a little bit too slow through the air, so the batsmen are finding it easy to get down the wicket and get their bat under the ball. Nice shot. And it's just starting to get back to that dangerous time now for the Danish. 13.76 and over.
Time, not quite drivable. Thrown back by Sormi. Certainly very different experience this over for the bowler, Rizal Sormi. It took 2 wickets in his first.
Good batting from Asad Zulfikar though. Comes down in a pressure situation and just absolutely clatters it.
Pressure is just a construction of the mind, Corey.
Well said.
Now he walks at him again. He'll get 1 here. And that's all they'll get. 6 overs down, 79 for 5. I've got some word that because of that slight delay, we'll probably have a minute added on to the official timekeeper, which gives them about 12 from now. There we go.
They've taken 5 wickets, so you add another minute, right?
Yes, so that would be another reason for that. But look at that. I mean, 2 wickets for Adam Lee, 2 wickets for Stormy. Look, Karimi bowled his first over. We haven't seen a 5th bowler yet, though, for Denmark.
Well, you're about to see the young right arm off spin of Abdullah Mahmood. He's grown in stature throughout the week. I think he's bowled really well, Vinny.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right. He's actually been good pretty much all the time, but he's had some poor outcomes, is how I describe it. I mean, for example, when they were playing Finland needed 1 to tie, 2 to win off the last ball. Delivered pretty much a perfect wide Yorker. Somehow the batter was able to just sneak it past the fielder, end up going to the boundary. Anyway, yeah, despite those 5 wickets, the run rate is up and running, 132 pace at the moment. Asad stealing the show at the moment. This will be a wide first up.
Yeah, trying to hit that wide tram line, just gets a little bit too wide. It's a tough time to come in. You've got 2 batsmen that look like they're in the flow state.
Gets a bit funky here, and this will probably go for 4. So it's pushed through from Mahmood. Damn, didn't really get wide enough, I think. You see Asad, he's got power and he's got poise, he's got placement as well. And Netherlands 11 continue this assault on the Danish bowling.
Yes, it's clever batting from Asad Zulfikar, just using the angles. This is where I'd like to see the keeper stand back. I mean, if that allows him to charge, doesn't really matter. He's going to charge anyway. Maybe just change the angles.
This time he skews it straight up in the air. Should be an easy catch for Barrage. He's standing under it and he catches it. So it will be caught. Asad Zulfikar is there for a cameo, but he only lasts 8 balls, but he does contribute 21 to the total. Netherlands 11 loses 6 wicket now, 84 for 6. Reward for Mahmood.
Yeah, great catch, really good catch. You can see him signalling to his teammates. He didn't pick it up straight away. He had to worry about the 2 batsmen running as well, but Barrage steadies himself and holds on to it. More importantly, it's just a much needed dot ball.
Yeah, that's true. Gets a new batter there that maybe won't be hitting it as sweetly as Asad, who looked really good when he was there. That one almost went the other way, didn't it, Corey? Good catch by Barrage.
I give the bowler some credit here. I reckon that's out the front of the hand outswinger. I really do. Good bowling from him. Watch here, Vinny. That's just an outie.
Yeah, you're right.
That's
and
good bowling.
Curves a bit. I've got to say, Barrage, this looks like an easy catch, but when they're straight up, not as easy as they look. Zulfikar, though.
Good innings from Asad Zulfikar. He could have come out and choked it up a little bit, but No, he didn't. The key to Denmark here is actually keep taking wickets. If they can get burst through,
Yeah.
but I think if Netherlands bat the 10 overs, they're going to still end up with 125 pace.
Yeah.
They need 4 more good moments.
Good point.
Well,
That's a good moment for the cinematography there. Yes, Martin's over there. Hey, Jeff, in the comment section saying spinners are the key to winning the tournament. Ireland 11 missed a trick not playing their extra spinner last week, in his opinion. What's your thoughts on that, Corey?
they still bowled, what was it, 4 or 5 overs a spin?
Yeah.
That's quite a
Maybe
lot.
6, yeah, 5 or 6. Reverse. Ball wasn't really there for it at the fielder going the wrong way. Just be a single.
Yeah, spin helps. I think it's a balance. I mean, we didn't play much spin at all last week and we ended up going through the group. I think it just depends on your cavalry, who's available and what you can do. I think that for the Dutch, the spin has been the key with their bowling lineup for sure, and probably with the Danish in the end as well.
Wow, this is a bit too short. It's going to disappear. Maximal. That's over, everybody. Nice effort. That's Indy down there. He wasn't tall enough to reel it in. Neither was the fielder. So Netherlands 11 get 6.
Yeah, poor ball with the new batsman at the crease. It's short. It deserved to go. And definitely an easy shot for 6.
Quick hello to 3 Collar, who's watching from Luxembourg as well. Hope you're well.
Everyone tuning in, Vin.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Inside edge onto the pad this time, be the end of the over. So with 7 overs down, Netherlands 11, they are 92 for 6. Mahmood takes 1 for 13 off his over.
Yeah, big 3 overs coming up here. You just don't want it to blow out to something you can't chase.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Well, if you're enjoying this, we've got good news for you. You see, that's that one he rolls out. I think a bit of an outswinger from Mahmood. But there's more cricket coming your way, and coming Monday, we are going to see Group C.
Well.
So, Belgium ball be back, baby. Starts on 9:30 on Monday morning, 9:30 a.m. GMT, 11:30 in Central Europe, 3 p.m. in India. We'll see Belgium, France making their debut, Malta making their debut, as well as Luxembourg, who we did see last year. Still chasing their first win, though, in ECC cricket. And the Scotland 11, which I think has just been released on the website. I haven't had a peek at it just yet, but I hear it's a bit of an academy side there. So 5 more matches. Group C will be underway. 5 days of action from those 5 teams, starting on Monday. Here's the 8th over. They're going back to Karimi.
Yeah, very excited for the next group. I mean, Belgium come with that reputation. France, we know what their club cricket's like, and they whack it. And Scotland 11, I think, is the most exciting one because we don't really know much about them. And
like the Ireland 11 at this format of the game, I don't think they would have played any.
Well, the Ireland 11, though, they got it pretty quickly, Vinny.
Yeah, and they picked guys with those skills, right? Anyway, I want to say that's Big D's in the chat from Austria. Big Daddy.
D.
Hello, Daniel. Steps away, and this is just pure batsmanship from Ellenbaas. And he just taps that over long off. That's gone a long way. 6 on any ground, and that 6 takes Netherlands 11 to 99.
Yeah, it's another half volley, speared in at the stumps, and if you're going to miss a Yorker, you want to miss it the other way and go a little bit full. He follows him onto middle stump. If you see someone backing away, just put it wide of off stump. Like that. So when someone backs away, Vinny, it's better to bowl wide of off stump and not go follow them, because if you get it wrong, it's in the wheelhouse.
You're exactly right. Make them reach.
Yep.
Such a good shot, though, wasn't it?
Oh, God, not taking anything away from the shot. He absolutely crunched it.
Seen some balls that really probably worth more than 6 in this innings. Well, now this isn't really on. Wow, this would have been close, I think. Just certainly tapped and ran there.
Every run counts. Aggressive running, Vinny.
Yeah. Well, let's see if it's good running or bad running. I suppose it's good because they get away with it.
It's probably there, fair enough.
Yeah, he seemed to get there pretty quickly, didn't he? Obviously he knew his own speed, Ellenbaas.
Running at this.
He is. He kind of yorks himself. Christensen, he's solid, isn't he? No matter what he does. And this will just be a single.
Can't tell you enough how big these 13 balls are. If the Netherlands 11 get to 130, it would be one of the most amazing chases against this bowling attack. If they can keep it to 120 somehow.
Probably, I mean, it's what we said about Spain last week as well, though.
Yeah.
Nobody gave them a prayer, really, at the halftime break.
Hey.
All right, this is going to be 6, and just angles in and keeps going on the angle. Well, that one might have knocked the lights out almost. Maximal. Karimi goes for 29. Big hit. Another one for the Netherlands, who passed 100 in that over. It's 107 for 6.
Yeah, nice shot. Once again, he just angles it in at the stumps. I'm not too sure why. It's such a risky delivery because it's in the wheelhouse and he clips it for 6.
I know that Viv Kingma's back in the team for Netherlands 11. Hasn't bowled for a couple of days.
No, he'll be all right. He'll be good. Viv's too experienced to make a mess there. He'll swing that ball under lights as well.
Hello to Conrad Greenshields, who's in the chat as well. He's enjoying your insights. So yeah, Conrad, obviously. Still pretty smug, I think, that Portugal beat Spain, isn't he? What, you got anything to say to Conrad?
No, not really. Well, they didn't outplay us. We outplayed ourselves.
There you go. Got to play yourself just the right amount as we head into the 9th. It all happens in the 9th. Here's Zeb. And this is a little nothing shot. They might go for 2 here. There's nobody home at the keeper's end. No, they'll just be smart and take the 1.
They're going to fancy the pace of Zeb here, I think. Dangerous times for the Danish. Look, you can look at the wickets column and you think 6. Oh, 6 wickets, well done. But it's a bit obsolete, really. The 2 columns you've got to worry about is the runs total and the amount of balls bowled. They've got 11 balls here of carnage coming.
Zeb in the eye of the storm at the moment. Ellen Bass gets a full toss, can't quite catch up with it. Only get 1. That's a ball that could have disappeared, but we've talked about this a few times.
It's, yeah, better to err on the fuller side than the shorter side. If it hits low on the bat, sometimes you get away with it. If it's a half volley, it tends to just go. Ten balls to go. So keep Zulfikar. Oh, he's going to fancy this.
Stands, plays an orthodox shot, well handled down there in the cover region by Lucky Malik.
Yeah, well fielded, saves 3. Could easily have burst through. Good from Zeb, keeping his cool at the moment. That was full enough to not let him get under it.
I want to say hello to Niraj Trivedi. He'll be representing Luxembourg next week. He's watching at the moment. He said looking forward to it. And a couple of guys haven't played a bit more of the format. May pack a surprise. Well, certainly wishing you the best, Niraj. Thanks for tuning in. Wow, this is angled in, and you can forget this one. Adios, Pelota. Our camera's been under attack today as Ellen Bass goes large in the night, 6 runs.
Well, Ellen Bass is feasting on half volleys at the moment, and he's not missing out on any time they've missed their length. He just basically playing this little chip shot over the leg side, and you just got to wonder why they're bowling so straight to him.
Organised cricket stroke, really, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's uncomplicated cricket stroke from Ellen Bass.
Correct. He's not trying to overhit that. That's just a chip. It's gorgeous batting.
You reckon 110?
I reckon
max?
it's already too many.
I kind of said 120. But we were surprised with a 130 plus by an underdog last week. Better.
It's such risky bowling, Vinny.
They're going to go for it here. I don't think this is a great run, but it's not a great throw either from Christensen. So Ellen Bass steals the strike back and gets a couple.
Yep, gets himself back on strike. He'll absolutely love that.
Better length though, isn't it?
It's risky bowling because, I mean, that's the first Yorker that he's actually landed in the right spot. Some have been low fullies, the others have been half volleys. Too scared to give them width, but he does have protection at deep cover.
Last ball of the night. Zeb's gone for 27 in the final. Low full toss. Once again, bit of work for Christensen. They're going to take on the 2 again. Good throw, might have him in trouble here. But once again, Christensen pulls it to the side. So good running from the Netherlands. They've got 4 wickets to play with. They're not afraid to use them. And they're pitching extra runs at the moment between the wickets. End of 9 and Netherlands 11, 120 for 6.
Yeah, 120 for 6. Really good running from Saqib Zulfikar. That's cricket experience for you. Not many teams squeeze 2s on this small outfield, but he does.
There are 2 opportunities though. Better throws. I think the batter's stone dead. But Christensen, I should say, was slightly off balance. See the lights starting to take effect. Beautiful time of the day, of course.
Oh, it's my favourite game of the day, Vinny, the night game.
The heat kind of hanging in the air, isn't it?
Yeah.
Had beautiful weather so far. I hope it stays this way. Abdullah Mahmood's going to bowl the last.
He'll be firing these ones as wide of off stump as he can and sneak it inside that tram line.
Well bowled. There's a mis-stumping here.
Yeah, it is. It is. It could have been a dot ball and a wicket. It's a small moment.
Get a bye here. What it also does, it changes the strike, and Ellen Bass has got the hot hand as well, so he'll get to face now.
Yeah, little things go a long way. Good ball from Mahmood, though.
Barrage will be upset, and he couldn't hold on to that. Would have had a new batter on strike instead. Here's Ollie. Big swing and a miss, though. Tries to tee this up over the leg side.
So Mahmood's pretty efficient at just angling it across, sort of with these little front of the handballs. It's like just he's an outswing bowler. That's how I'd be shaping up.
That's a similar kind of ball that he could hit over mid-off, though.
Yep.
I think that he's already shown he can play that shot well.
Yep.
Probably more of a percentage option. Once again,
good keeping.
Strike 2.
Really good keeping, Vinny. He watched that come down. It bounced off his leg. He was alert.
Yeah.
Really good from a move. 1 run off the first 3 of the last.
Well, here's the thing. Ellenbar has to swing hard on this one because he's gone dot. I think he'd be frustrated.
Yeah, he might swing himself off his feet.
Don't get too straight to him here. Yeah, it's good bowling. In fact, it gets past Mahmood, but no real damage, just the single.
Yeah, brilliant last over from Mahmood, just to peg it back and not let it get insurmountable. I mean, if the over goes for 20, that could be the game.
Yeah, you're right. You keep it in the 120s, considering where they were at the start of this over. You're very, very happy. Still, Saqib, he's a good player. Faces up now. And this one is horned out of the ground. And Saqib says, well, it's my turn now. He loses one. Maximal with the ball to go. Netherlands 128.
He was never going to miss that one. That was horned. He got every piece of that. Bang. Miles. That went about 90 metres.
Don't think Saqib wants to play second fiddle too much longer. That's the way this partnership has kind of worked out with Ollie Ellenbus. You've got to say the bowler, it's only a small margin of error, but I don't think that's where Mahmood wanted to put it. Gave him a bit too much length to play with. So last ball coming up. Of a very interesting 10 overs. Seatbelts on. Turns this into a low full toss, and this will get out of the ground as well. Maximal! Saqib Zulfiqar rolls the dice, comes up double sixes off the last 2 balls, and he swings Netherlands to 134.
Yeah, 134, and it's a good batting innings. They all went at it, and that's the way you play T10 cricket. That deep batting lineup, once again, proving it does work in the T10 format, because you can basically all go out there and hit it from ball 1.
Well, are you ready to have your mind blown? 1 week ago tonight, Ireland 11 batting first, big favourites, made 134, exactly the same target that...
Illuminati confirmed.
I'm just saying that Denmark, they've got some good hitters of their own, but you've got to say Netherlands, you called it. I think the long batting lineup does its job and keeps them going. Well, there's our ECN royalty, but also the players' really great moment when they get to hear their national anthems. But it wasn't long before it was down to business, and Floyd got them off to a racing start, didn't he? But it was Musa Ahmed. Bit of surprise. He went first ball, Corey.
Yeah, he went first ball after being in a rich vein of forms the last couple of days. And, well, for Denmark, that definitely took a bit of pressure off them early. They would have been nervous to get him out. And this was a bit of comedy cricket, Vinny. Boris Gourlay, you love this.
I love the appeal as well. Why ask when you can just start celebrating? But yeah, I mean, Gourlay also had some lives. But yeah, while Clayton Floyd was there, he was looking pretty good. I suppose you can see that the Danish fielder, I know that one went down, was a really tough one though for Christensen. But for the most part, especially Abdullah Mahmood in that point region, when the catches came, look, there's all this pressure in the final. Even the easy catches become even more difficult. I think they held their own in the field.
Yeah, they really did field well. I'm pretty impressed that they stuck to their task. This is when Clayton Floyd went for the reverse Malachi. Maybe could have hit it straight instead. Hindsight's a beautiful thing. And this is when Denmark started to believe maybe they could pull off something spectacular, because a couple of wickets fell in clumps.
Yeah, it sure did. And this is Bruther went first ball. He played a bit of fetch with that wide delivery, and he lost. That was another good one. They could easily come off the fingers and go for 6. So Denmark, they were just trying to control the controllables, weren't they? And Netherlands, they lost those wickets. I think what you saw was the batters coming. They know the approach by now. They back themselves. This is exactly why they have been messing around with their order a little bit during the week, because they wanted to get batting into a lot of people, and it kind of pays off here in the final.
Well, similar to what we did last week as well. You give everyone a hit, they find a little bit of form, and then they hope to become good in the final. Another catch there by Mahmood. You could love the passion that he has. He bowled pretty handy as well, as this one went miles in the rough, and a good catch by the captain, Barrage.
Yeah, he got stuck under that one, and so he just set himself coming right in the middle of the Cartama Oval. The captain held on, but I've got to say, some of these sixes, they were massive. And we've got to say that Ellenbus and Saqib, they really kind of dot the I's across the T's in this innings and actually get a bit of a kick at the end as well, which you don't often see when you've lost so many wickets.
Yeah, and that's the thing, that deep batting lineup works a treat. Saqib Zulfiqar, though, he's a genuine batsman. He absolutely mowed them over the leg side. That was one of the biggest sixes we've seen. And Ellen Bus as well was a really good support network for him. They both got it away. Bit of fist pumps there, and as you said, the exact same score as last Friday.
Here's the thing. I mean, they were 122 with 2 balls to go, and there were only 2 runs off that last over after 4 balls. One of them was a bye, but then it ends up going for 14. 134 looks a lot more than 122. Looking at this, you can see the Netherlands actually have Ellen Bas, who top scores at number 8. He was the last to bat as we saw, but he batted really well. 32 off 14. Apart from that, Saqib Zulfiqar with 30. Good innings as well from Asad Zulfiqar. I think he just kept the momentum up. 21 off 8. That was after a decent start by Floyd. Some of the other batters falling cheaply, but more importantly, they didn't waste a lot of balls. 2 for 23. Lee gets the figures. 2 for 25. Somi picked a couple of top order wickets up as well. Also wickets for Karimi and Abdullah Mahmood. When it comes down to it, I mean, fairly even bowling performance. All of those bowlers going in the 20s off their allotted 2 overs. So we'll have a quick break. When we come back, we have the final innings of Group B. We'll find out if Netherlands 11 will hold on. They're defending 134 in the final, but 135 is the target. It's exactly the same target we saw Spain, the underdogs, pull off in last week's final. So don't go anywhere. We're back very shortly. Vinny Sandu here, Mr. Maximo. Corey Rucker's with me. You're watching ECN, and this is the Dream11 European Cricket Championship. Hello and welcome back to the beautiful Cartama Oval. It's the home of European cricket and the lights are on. 2 teams are home, only one will survive. This is your Group B final in ECC 22. It's the second of 5 weeks here in the Euros of cricket. 21 European cricket nations competing for the ultimate prize, that coveted ECC trophy. The second time we've held this tournament. The England 11 won back in 2021. Right now, we're watching 2 teams, one of which their journey will end tonight. The other team will return in week 5 to face the England 11 reigning champions, as well as Spain, as well as the group winners in weeks 3 and 4. And now we're going to see the return of Viv, because Viv Kingma is going to open the bowling for the Netherlands 11. He's been out for a couple of days, just had a couple of little leg issues. And so now we'll have to see if the Danes can chase this fairly unlikely target of 135, but Spain did it a week ago and they were underdogs. Vinny Sandu here, Mr. Maximo. And the man who was engineering that Spanish effort a week ago tonight, he is in the commentary box with me. It's Corey Ruckers.
Yeah, welcome back, Vinny. Looking forward to this. I think that the Netherlands probably have too many on the board, but we know cricket's a crazy game, just like last Friday when we upset the Irish for the second time in the week. But the thing is, the Netherlands haven't been upset at all week. I think they've got too much firepower, but you never know. Can Denmark spring a surprise? They're going to need 45 off the power play.
Here we go. Rock and roll. Under lights, Viv Kingma starts us off. Wow. Pretty interesting ball first up. Wow, how about this for a throw? And what about this for backing up? Well, I've never seen 6 overthrows. This might have been it.
He threw it into the pitch, Vinny. It actually hit the edge of the pitch and it flew up. I don't know how bad your eyes have gotten, but watch this.
No, but I mean, if anything comes, it's not really, I'm making a joke anyway. Thanks for ruining it. But I'm saying,
terrible joke.
When a ball goes from the pitch over the boundary, normally it's 6. True story. What a good effort from Sakib.
Yeah, good feeling. The Dutch look up for this.
Imagine that goes for 5. What Viv's face would be like. Anyway. Now it goes for this, and it's in the air. It should be a simple catch. And it's taken by Clyde. So, well, that's a big wicket. Shangif T had 0 patience for the bowling of Kingma, and he just gets it slightly wrong. I think the adrenaline gets the better of him here. So Denmark lose an early one. A key man, Tani Cartama, goes without scoring. It's 1 for 1.
Yeah, big wicket. It's the nice outswing from Vivian Kingma. It's a pretty loose shot first ball. And Denmark, well, they need basically everything to go right for them. Unfortunately, this time, Ryan Klein, a little bit of a bobble. The Dutch fielding under lights for maybe the second time this week, and Shanjeev, it's a big wicket. Vivian Kingma back into full flight, bowling as quick as he can.
Yeah, it's just a yard quicker than probably most, if not all, bowlers that we've seen this week.
Yeah.
He's just got this kind of wrist release, so he puts a bit extra on it. So Tani Cartama, disappointment for him. He's had a good week. I suppose it's a bit hit and miss. That's the nature of the game. He's another good hitter though, Saran Aslam coming out at number 3, but he'll be tested as well, I'm sure.
We were lucky last week when we chased 134 that nearly every batsman hit a boundary early in their innings just to get them going.
Yeah.
And that was maybe a bit of an anomaly. You don't always get that. This time there's a wicket straight away from the Danish. Hopefully it doesn't ruin their spirits. They've just got to be brave. If you can get 2 boundaries and over, a 6 and a 4, every over at least, you're still in it.
Yeah, just need to get something going here. Aslam faces up for the first time. Wow, what a shot this is. And he just steps across and he more or less stand-up sweeps Kingma into the jungle. Maximo! Denmark up and going.
Well, exactly that. I mean, that's not the worst ball you'll ever see, but that's an astounding shot from Aslam. Just love taps it really over backward square for 6.
Risky shot first up.
Well,
pretty much.
Yeah.
Big LBW risk. I mean, I think we saw some of the other guys backing away a little bit and trying to go over cover, I suppose, but that's not easy. Get someone with the pace of Viv Kingma. Here's a comeback ball. Shorter. This is flying away as well, and this will be 4. And it had too much pace on it for Aryan Dutt down there. So Aslam, who looks right at home, and they haven't really lost any time with that first wicket. They have lost a key man, but maybe Aslam can have a blinder and get them close. 6 and a 4 for him.
Well, there's 2 boundaries in the over. Very nice indeed. A little bit shorter, a little bit wider, and well timed. Aryan Dutt gave it all. He's a big man. 4 runs.
It was maybe 4 metres to the side of Aryan Dutt, but because the extra pace that Kingma puts on the ball flies away, you can only get half a hand on it. Pitches up. Pretty good looking drive, but if he hits, he'll be close here. Well, I think if that hits, he's gone.
Yeah, I think you can see the reaction from Ryan Klein. That might have bounced over the stumps. I reckon you're right. If that hits, I reckon that's the second wicket.
What about that piece of fielding? I think Ryan Klein just trying to stretch that out. We know he's been struggling a bit with an injury. Oh, just out, I think.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Inches away. Good fielding, good release. Just didn't hit the timber.
Close but no cigar for Klein. Last ball of the first. Full toss, and he's hit it straight to point, and Boissevain takes the catch. So Barrage goes cheaply as well. Both openers back in the shed in the first. And, well, yeah, it was pretty much a shin-high full toss. And, yeah, Kingma will get a wicket here, a second wicket, in fact. And I don't think there's any issues with height here, Corey.
No, I think it's just pure disappointment why he hung around. It's a low full toss. It should have been clattered away, but instead he picks up Philip Boissevain, and that's a great catch because he hit it hard.
And you've got the lights to contend with. It's always a bit awkward when you're playing under lights. You've got kind of a halo effect. But you can see there, Philip didn't miss a beat, did he?
No. No, the lights aren't that bad. People talk about them a little bit too much, if you ask me. Simple catch, and a good catch to his right. And Barrage goes, the opener's gone, and you sort of feel it's...
Yeah.
If we get a golden ball, Vinny, after 87, I'll be amazed.
Tell you what, we've been waiting 2 weeks in the ECC. In fact, we've been waiting 6 weeks now because we had 6 weeks of ECC cricket if you include last year. No golden balls yet. But, yeah, I've got to say, Barrage will be kicking himself because he hits that really well. And if that's kind of 2 metres either side, I think that's 4. Instead, he has to go 2 wickets in the first over. 87 matches without a golden ball. You need to see a big assault on the Netherlands bowlers if they were to do it. But here's a guy, really, that I think is very capable. Magnus Christensen comes to the crease. Remember, it was their top 3 that failed in the previous game. They still got their way out of it. Christensen was a big part of that. This is hit hard. This one is in the gap. And the fielder does really well there, Ellen Bass, to pull it back. We'll keep it to a single.
Yeah, when you're chasing a total like this, just mentioned a couple of times, you need most things to go your way. And those 2 wickets really do hurt. Ellen Bass, good fielding, saves 3 for his country. Ryan Klein now, I mean, what an opening pair this is. Vivian Kingma and Ryan Klein were pretty sure opening the bowling to Pakistan and England and West Indies this year. So such quality in this Dutch lineup, and Ryan Klein's had a great week with the bat. He'll be looking forward to letting the ball fly here under lights.
So yeah, Klein, let's just see if he can turn it on. Christensen though, the guy learnt cricket from his father, who played in the Danish system. He goes straight down the ground, doesn't quite get it, but gets enough in the power play. In fact, that'll go all the way. Maximo! Well, if you want to know the power of Christensen, just watch this one, because it's not quite out of the middle, but still travels the journey, 6 runs.
Yeah, one nice looking shot first ball, just lofting it over mid-on. Goes for 6 just. Sebastian Brutt tracking back, but no chance to get that one back.
Yeah, so that's a ball that I think if the long on's back there, it's probably catchable.
Oh, absolutely.
If he's right on the boundary. Klein looks nonplussed
No,
about
he looks
that.
a bit angry, the big man, doesn't he? He's like a gentle giant, though. Tell you what, Ryan Klein doesn't have a bad bone in his body.
Talented cricketer.
Oh, very.
Talented
That's
cricketer.
why he's broken through the national team. I mean, he's probably another one that's a little bit unlucky not to go to the World Cup, but Dutch cricket has so many fast bowlers at the moment. He's just ended up on the wrong side of the counter this time.
Klein with a comeback ball to Christensen. Good contest this. Bit short. And this time Christensen gets a little bit sensible. What do you think about that after a 6? Is that a ball he could have gone for a full-blooded cut shot, or is he right to be a little bit careful?
And it was the sort of a rolling leg cutter, and I don't think he picked it, so he just adjusted as he felt in that split moment. But if he had picked it, I think he would have laced it.
Pitches up, drives to Brutt. A good piece of fielding might have had him here. Had to be perfect. Unfortunately, he fumbled at the critical moment.
Yeah, unfortunately, he does. That would have been tight. I mean, the asking rate at 13.8. Denmark miles behind at the moment. Someone's going to have to play one of the great.
We got these two, and you got Musa Mahmood. That's who you've got to try and get you close here. Swing to miss. This is a slow ball again from Klein. That leg cutter.
I still think Denmark missed a little trick not to. They won the toss. In a final, I think if you get runs on the board, more often than not, under lights, you put them under the pump a bit.
Yes and no. I mean, they've had a chasing strategy, so they're kind of all in on it, I guess. Drags this leg side. This will be a boundary as well. So Aslam gets another one. He moves to 16. And yeah, I just got to say, I don't mind Denmark batting second here. They know what they got to do. It's not going to be easy, but at least they know. 24 for 2 after 2 overs.
Yeah, well, we're going to see a lot of intent, that's for sure. He didn't get much of that, but the important thing was he landed in between the 2 fielders on the leg side. So another boundary.
Because I think, I mean, the Dutch are also very good chasers. We know that. They rarely falter in the chase, I think, at this level. Just having a look at what's coming up tomorrow.
Oh, boy.
And Corey and I will be helping you out.
Let's be honest, you're not there for match 1, match 2, and probably half of match 3. I'm doing the early shift again, apparently.
Well, it's not that early because we start at 11:30 local.
Ken Weston listening. Is he out there in the fan
smart
zone?
tonight,
Ken?
Corey. Fancode European Cricket T10 action. You can watch that on Fancode in India or on our YouTube channel, ECN European Cricket Network. I can see, we're up to 315,000 subscribers now. It's a bit of a 5% bump since a couple of weeks ago. Anyway, this is in the air. So away from the fielder. He does very well. That's Musa Ahmed. Going to take on a slightly specious 2, but they do get there.
Yeah, good running in the end. Definitely 2. Christensen pulling that one. Wasn't that short.
And of course, for those of you that like to chat live with us, that's a great time to get involved because we can talk about the ECC, the week that's been, the week that's coming up in that Saturday and Sunday matches. We'll find out who will join Madrid United in the championship weekend, in weekend 4. So 2 tournaments running concurrently. We've got the international stuff Monday to Friday and the domestic stuff Saturday and Sunday, but all from this ground.
Nice to see Vivian Kingma get a second over here as well. With the new ball, he's the spearhead. Even though the body's sore, why not?
Yeah, I think get him while he's warmed up as well. It's been a good contest with Christensen. Yeah, he chests him out with the short stuff. Christensen gets a bit lucky here. There's no infielder, so it will be a single.
Yeah, here's the matchup. Aslam looked pretty comfortable against Viv last over. And we'll have to get going straight away. But the Netherlands are in complete control at the moment. There's Kingma playing with his a little bit of sweat and some glass play. I mean, at the start of this trip, I don't know, has his clothing and real glasses
he's wearing
arrived
his
yet?
glasses now, so maybe, but he's not wearing his normal 23 shirt yet, which tells me his luggage never turned up.
But where could it go? Netherlands to Spain isn't a big flight.
Yeah, I know mine got lost in that exact route last year, so I know it's possible. Well, this time it's going to be past the field. It's going to be 4. Well, Aslam is the man right now that's keeping Denmark in the conversation. He moves to 20.
Yeah, well, he's 20 off 7. You sort of feel that he's going to have to hit a 60 off 21 or something crazy like that to keep him in it. This does get big on him, but he helps it round the corner. Just enough wood on it. And another handy boundary.
Thing is, we haven't seen spin yet, and we'll have to see how Denmark can deal with that.
After this, it'll be 6 overs of spin, and then Sebastian Brutt would bowl the last. That's how they've sort of gone.
Okay. Kingma searching for a 3rd wicket for the Netherlands 11. Goes full, and the batter was ready for this. What a shot by Aslam. He's red hot right now. Maximal. 6 more for the Danes.
Well, he is red hot. Let's be honest. He's coming out and actually timing the ball beautifully. Low full toss. We said sometimes it's not easy to get straight, but if you try clip it, it goes a lot further. And he clips that gorgeously.
Because you're getting a ball that's essentially still coming down.
This is giving me funny little goosebumps of last week.
It was literally the same target as last week.
It was crazy.
Is it going to end up with you kissing the camera? Like the end of last week.
Well, you don't. I wasn't actually kissing the camera. I was kissing you, Vinny, because I knew you were up here watching.
Still think we have to send you the cleaning bill and to disinfect that. Thanks to our crew at Spring Productions here. Do a great job. I'm sure you're enjoying their coverage.
If they are to go close, I know Aslam's already done an astounding job, but you feel like he's going to have to double this. Maybe a 52 or 15 or 16.
Somebody has to go large.
Last week everyone chipped in. This game, someone has to go large.
Well, even then, Doyle got you off to a good start. 45. 2 to spend in the power play. This is quicker. And I think it's still going up when it reaches us and Zulfiqar behind the stumps.
Yeah, he really, really bent his back that time.
He had enough there. You can tell that he's not 100%, but Viv said, well, who cares? He bends his back for that one.
I like the attitude of Aslam there. I mean, you get any bat on that, that is absolutely flying.
That's true. Almost went over Asad Zulfikar without an edge. But Kingma, well, again, he's come in with injury concerns, which means he can't really go off the field after this ball, unless it's something new. And he goes straight down the ground, and this is travelling into the night sky. Maximo! What a shot by Saran Aslam, who takes fifth downtown into the power play. Denmark very much alive at the moment, 43 for 2.
Yeah, that shot of the night for me. That's on a pretty decent length, and he just sort of puts his wrist through it dead straight. What a shot. He is hot. He is red hot. And, well, Denmark, even though they lost the 2 wickets, 40-odd, they'll be pretty happy.
Yeah, what a final. And once again, it's a thriller under lights. Vinny Sander here, Mr. Maximo, and Corey Rutgers with me. It's been such an exciting ECC so far. This is just week 2 that we are finishing. Still 3 more weeks, so 2 more group weeks. And the championship week, of course, we know England 11, they are through. Spain, they are through. One of these 2 teams will be through. And, well, we have to fill in that next box. And you favour the Netherlands 11, but right now, Denmark giving them a really good fight.
Yeah, Denmark not giving up the ghost just yet, but England, Spain, maybe Netherlands, maybe Denmark, and then another group. So it's pretty exciting times.
Yeah, well, this is what it's all about. I love this structure because essentially we don't just have one finals day, we have 5 finals days. And so yeah, tune in every Friday because it is finals day and anything can happen. We know that. We've seen that right now. I mean, Netherlands 11, they've had a flawless week, but they're human beings. They've got emotions. You know, they've got kind of fears as well. Here's Clayton Floyd, last year's MVP coming on. So we are going to the spin and let's see if Denmark can handle it.
Yeah, good adjustment. This is what Clayton does. He slows it up outside the off stump, but comes over the wicket. That really exacerbates the angle. And, well, that's a good start from him. I think Clayton Floyd might be a good matchup versus Aslam here. Will he be able to adjust to the spin?
Yeah, little cheeky smile from Clayton. Yeah. Aslam is hot. Now he gets a little bit of an under edge. It'll just be one, I think.
Well, this is exactly what he does well. He's able to get the ball quite wide, spin it away with the angle, and people aren't able to adjust.
The shot here, if you can do it, and it's tough, is to go over cover.
Correct.
Because he's getting so much bounce.
I would actually try and bat maybe on off stump to him, take away that angle.
Or more.
Like that.
Like that. And you know what? That's a good way to do it because that's out of here.
I'll shake your hand, Vinny. Good coaching from you.
Well, don't shake my hand. Shake Christensen's hand because that's a really good cricket shot. Good cricket IQ from the Danish batter, and he gets 6 Maximo time. That one brings up the 50 as well for Denmark.
Yeah, that's the way you play it. You go across, so you take away how much angle's going on the ball, but you still got to put it away. What a shot.
How long can you ride this wave in this partnership? That's the question for Denmark. Wants to go again. There's a bit of a luck factor in all of these. I mean, that's a miscue.
Well, the question is, when you go across like that, does Clayton spot it quick enough and then fire one in at the heels?
Yeah,
see, that's
brave.
That's the byplay that you can have together.
Loving this contest at the moment. Denmark, a memorable victory if they could get there. Yes, that's the ball though, isn't it? That's a really hard one to catch up with, dot ball.
Well, Aslam doesn't do what Christensen does. He backs away, which makes it more difficult. You have to go with it. You have to step across and get into the line of it.
Clayton Floyd. Left arm spit up. Well, this is a top edge. Who's after this? Keeper's after this ball. Asad Zulfikar, and he will take the catch. Very, very good work from the keeper. And that's never easy when you're up to the stumps under the lid. It was up into the night sky, and it did fly, but Asad was ready for it, and Floyd gets a wicket with his last ball. It's only 9 off that over, and they get the key man. It's 52 for 3 after 4.
Yeah, wrong zone from Aslam, trying to go way too square. Trying to force against the angle, against the spin. And it's not easy to do that at all. He'll have to go. Yeah, not the right shot, unfortunately, but a good catch from Asad Zulfikar under the night sky. Made it look a lot easier than it was.
Yeah, I say this all the time. It's hard to describe, but when you are so close to the batter, you don't see the ball go up immediately. It just happens too quick. When you're under the helmet, you have to find it first, and it's not as easy as taking a high ball when you're in the outfield, when you can kind of predict the arc. So I think that Asad does excellently to get there. But also, Aslam was great while he was there, but he departs for 33 off just 13. And the score now, 52 for 3.
Yeah, 52 for 3. Just a steadier wicket for the Netherlands. They're still in complete control of this clash. They've got through pretty much the dangerous top order. Christensen's still a man mountain.
Now here's Musa Mahmood, and we know that he's very capable. We've seen him playing for Svanholm in the ECL earlier this year. 38 off 23 he scored in the previous match. And these are the two actually that basically got Denmark home. They came together at 17 for 3. They put on an 81-run unbroken partnership. Can they replicate that against the might of the Netherlands 11 in this final?
They would need to put on 83 off 6. Whoa.
All right, let's try. Here's the keep. This leg spin. This is an edge which doesn't quite carry.
Well, this is where we probably get into that stage. You might even see 4 overs of leg spin here with Philip Bossevane and Sakib. To try and power hit that, not easy at all, because those two have had great weeks with the ball.
Yeah, you're right. Again, we've seen some people trying the reverse. If you do that, I think that's a tactic you might use, but it's risky, isn't it? Sakib, the thing is, he just doesn't bowl that many bad balls.
No, he's got great control.
For a guy that spins it so much. It's good bounce as well. It's got a good top spinner as well, which doesn't really break. Just one here for Musa Mahmood, who gets off the mark.
Yeah, Sakib Zulfikar, when he came into the frame, he's a good batsman, good leg spinner. I think he made his debut against Zimbabwe. I mean, what a find for Dutch cricket. Hasn't played so much of late, but surprised he hasn't. This
is an interesting one. Christensen against the spin of Zulfikar. He goes and he bangs it, and that one is coming up here. Maximo! Oh, shades of last night, but this one was coming quicker. That was absolutely slammed by Christensen. 6 runs.
Well, I was protecting the monitor this time. What a shot that is. Not the worst ball you ever seen. Bang! Straight into the commentary box.
If that one hit the monitor would have been lights out. I think, no doubt about that. But how about that for a shot? Goes again, and he gets 6 more. What a shot this is, and the counter-attack is going to continue from Christensen. That one flies into the night sky. 6 more, Maximo time.
Yeah, brilliant batting. Really brilliant batting. He's the last man you sort of feel standing in the way. He's impressed me all week. Just clean hitting, Christensen, the Danish man. And, well, Denmark, good on them. They're really throwing their hands at this chase.
What a game this is. Now, what's the variation here? Top spinner, maybe? Or wrong
maybe.
Yeah. Goes for it again, 3 times in a row. Maximo! Well, that's the kind of hat trick that the batter can get around, because he goes 6, 6, 6. And Zulfikar, who occasionally, this has happened to him during the week. This is unpredictable cricket at its best, and that one goes magical.
Well, brilliant hitting. I mean, the first ball was a wicket in the over, and then he comes back at him later in the over. Sensational striking.
Uncomplicated batting.
It is uncomplicated, and it's calm, and it's correct, and it's powerful. There's a bit of brute force about him and elegance.
Yeah, it's an interesting combination, isn't it? Wants to go again. This is not a bad one, because he will retain the strike. That's 5 overs down, 73 for 3. The players will stop for a quick break, and a little bit before the game, I spoke to the Netherlands 11 skipper, Sebastian Bratt. That's right, I'm here with Sebastian Bratt, the Dutch 11 skipper. Well, Sebastian, big week for you guys, undefeated. I mean, how's the week been?
Yeah, it's been great. We've played some good cricket. We had to adapt a little bit after the first 2 games, but we did that well, and now we're here.
It must be great to have a mix of guys that were here last year for the ECC, and some new guys as well that haven't had this experience.
Yeah, a little mix, some experienced guys who know how the format works, and now a couple of guys that are adapting really well, and a couple more batsmen, so that's good.
Yeah, now I know that you won all your games. The first 2 days you seemed a little bit off. Do you think that there was anything particularly, any reason for that?
Nah, just a little bit shaky. I think we're not used to this format, so we had to adapt a little bit, and after 2 matches we did, and now we're going well.
Yeah, look, I know last year you came 3rd overall. You did make it to Championship Week. What would it mean to you to kind of go all the way this time around?
It means everything. I think the boys are working really hard. We're really liking the environment and the T10, so we want to win this game first, and then on to the finals week.
Look, one last question. Talk us through your catch, maybe the catch of the season, running backwards, and well, how did you feel when you took that hanger?
Obviously, it's really nice. I do have to say that I think I misjudged it a little bit. But the ball, yeah, it just kept going, and at some stage you have to stick your hand out, and luckily it stuck.
Well, thanks, Sebastian. You're a great leader. You're a really exciting team to watch. Wishing you all the best for the final. Let's get back to the action.
Well, just in the meantime, Christensen has played one of the most gorgeous shots off a leg spin you see, down the wicket, lofting it over mid-off for 6. He's on an absolute barnstormer at the moment as Philip Bossevane, he's coming in. Short, miscues it, does he? Oh, well, we're going to have a look at this. This is tight. I think he does brilliant well and saves 5 runs. That's Sebastian Bratt. But they will take a look at this, Vinny.
Yeah, speak of the devil, I think he's all right there. Certainly he's acting like he's all right. They probably want to have a look at this because he was close to the line.
Well, did he leap? Where was the leap
where does
from?
he jump from? Do we get it? I mean, we don't really get it there. I mean, I've got to say, that live, it seemed all right. This one here, yeah, I just don't think you can say he stepped on the line or over. So that'll be a very, very good stop. And I suppose a lucky moment for Christensen.
Nice cut shot this time as they'll scamper through for a single. Good backing up by Sebastian Bratt.
Wow, if that had gone as well. How about that roar when that first six went up? I mean, I heard it because
that was one of the greatest shots I've seen off a leg spin. I mean, Christensen's on an absolute bust. He's 45 off 15.
What a guy.
What a guy. What a man. You've got a man crush on him, how well he plays.
How could you not? If you like cricket, Wasavat, though, another very, very talented leg spinner. Well, this one would have been a wide, and instead it's dropped. So another big moment. I mean, I guess the first one wasn't a drop. This one would have been a big wide, but Ellen Bass, he dived forward, good effort, couldn't hold on.
Ellen Bass has had a bit of the heebie-jeebies this week. I reckon he's dropped 5 this week. He's probably the one man that hasn't had the fielding week that you expect from a Dutch player, and that could have been the game. If he catches that, you feel like it's Christensen versus Netherlands right now.
It is. That's because exactly, that's what you're looking at. Here's Wasava. This is a little bottom edge. Must be one.
Well, the question for me is are they going to break what they've been doing and go to pace next over? I think they're going to go to pace. I'm not too sure you want to risk another over of spin.
It's not just spin, it's this type of spin. It's leg spin.
I'd go to Sebastian Bratt next and get him to bowl some cutters or maybe something like that. It's tough to tell, though.
Head of the rate at the moment, Denmark, but can it last? Oh, he's going to slam this out of the ground. That's in the camera tower. What a shot. And that brings up Christensen at 50. It's the innings of a lifetime from the Dane as Magnus passes his half century. 7 big sixes in this knock. Not a single 4, but right now, that man is carrying his country's hopes.
Well, I'll tell you what, that's the best innings I think I've ever seen on the network, and that's a huge call. He has come out and flushed everything. And I mean everything. It has come out the screws. That is not an easy shot. He's the first man to take down these leg spinners. The Dutch are a little bit nervous now, and I think they will go to pace. So, Christensen, what an innings.
89 of 6 overs, 89 for 3 after 6. The equation, 46 of 24. Have a look at this straight hitting. 41 of his runs straight down the ground. This ain't no slogger, Corey. He is a proper bat.
Has he played for the Danish national team, the main team, and 50 overs T10? He's an absolute star.
In the under-19 setup, I'm sure. Now, this is probably good for Mahmood. He'll just get 1. I think when you've got someone as red hot as Christensen is, you want him facing as much as possible.
Yeah, I do agree. You sort of feel he's still going to need a few boundaries from the other end. He won't be able to do everything on his own. You're going to need a couple from the other end.
Well, you said there's no way they can chase more than 110.
I still think the Dutch are winning this.
That's what we said last week. Here we go with Clyde. Now he steps across. He's going to get 4 more. Smart batting. And well, no. That one is into the cube. Buy him an ice cream. It'll have to wait right now. He's on 56.
Yeah, decisions here for the Dutch captain, Sebastian Bratt, how they go about bowling to him, because he's on an absolute stormer. One of the great innings I think I've ever witnessed live.
You said, and I said, that someone is going to have an absolute night out. And guess what? Christensen's having it at the moment. Can it last? So Klein's going to have to use all his high-level experience here.
I still think they could have gone to Bratt's cutters, but it's tough.
Carrying a slight injury as well. Now, this could be gone if there's no bat.
No, that's missing leg. Missing leg for me. He's lucky to get away with that, Ryan Klein.
Oh, I think this is close.
I thought it was missing leg live.
Well, let's have a look. Look how far.
Yeah, that's still missing leg for me.
Is it?
Yeah.
I'm not convinced.
I'm not convinced it's hitting. It's angling. Tough one. Was it clipping? You look at where Asad Zulfikar, the keeper, ends up, because he starts running down the leg side.
But he does, because by the time it gets him, that's a marginal one.
Marginal.
But it's an umpire's call, I think. Umpire called it that way. Oh, wow.
Well, I'm telling you, he's going to need some support from... He's going to need some support from the other end. Mahmood has to get going. He can't just hit singles in the odd dot. He has to play some aggressive shots as well.
Ryan Klein almost breaks through with a full banger.
I've got a message that he has played a few internationals for the Dutch, Christensen.
Okay, they get one here.
See, not aggressive enough for me. I don't think you can just work ones.
But what can you do to that ball, I suppose? That's the
whack
thing.
It for 4.
What's
Just
that?
try and whack it for
French
4.
cut,
He's thinking 1 there. That would be a red dot in the intentometer. You've got to try and hit it for 4.
The thing is, it's a ball in the block hole, and he would probably like to be more aggressive, but couldn't. Last ball, the over. How does Christensen approach this? He just cracks one to cover and run, so he'll retain the strike. 38 required off the last 3 overs. Another nighttime thriller of a game, and it's finals time. Don't go anywhere. 18 balls will know exactly who will be going through to the championship week. And then after the weekend of domestic action here in Cartama, it's Group C time, Belgium. Well, we know what Belgian ball is all about. These guys will play this exciting brand of cricket. We saw it in the ECS just before we came here. France for the first time, and we know that they are a hyper-attacking nation as well. Malta play their first ECC match. Luxembourg searching for their first win, and Scotland 11 on debut. So a lot of unknowns, but also what we do know is that there will be heaps of entertainment. So join us Monday morning for Group C action.
Yeah, there's the Finnish and Swedish players all enjoying the night festivities. Good on them. They've all been exceptional this week. And it looks like a big decision now in the middle. Not surprised by it, though. They're going to go to Aryan Dutt. Now, Aryan Dutt's probably got the most experience after the summer he's had.
Yeah.
He's bowled to some of the best in the world who have had heaters. So he's probably a good man to bring on. Will Christensen find a way? Well,
That's the big thing. Will he care? Maybe not.
he probably doesn't.
Probably
even know.
not.
Anyway, big over, huge
Christensen
over.
is in the zone here. Can anyone knock him out of it? 38 required off the last 3 overs. Big time in this Group B final. It's a half track. He gets it wrong, and he's going to be gone here. We can't find it. Well, it's been caught. It's been caught at fine leg. Viv Kingma takes the catch, and Dutt, well, really, it was a filthy half tracker. There's a bit of pace on it, I suppose. And really, after all he's been through, Christensen has only taken his team this far, and someone else will have to get him across the line. He goes for a sparkling 57, and Denmark now 97 for 4.
Yeah, he'll be absolutely gutted. It just got massively big on him. I don't think he expected it to get so large on him, and it's a big wicket, and he'll be super disappointed. Good catch there by Vivian Kingma, as he gets a huge round of applause from everyone, as he should. One innings. Let's take a look at the catch, Vinny.
I mean, I lost it too. I thought the Asa Zulfiqar was straight up, but it actually carried a bit further.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice catch low down. Viv stop, drops and rolls, but you got to say, it's one of the innings of the ECC so far.
Yeah.
Magnus Christensen. And he's getting a good ovation from everybody. And so he should. He's disappointed, but he's given his team a chance. He goes for 57. It's 97 for 4.
He'll be absolutely gutted, but on reflection, maybe in a week or two, that is one of the fine innings, and I think we're going to hear a lot more about him in the coming years. That was phenomenal ball striking.
Yeah.
But yeah, someone else has to be a hero now.
That's the thing. He got out to a ball that, I suppose this is what new bowlers do, right? You don't quite have the pace straight away, and Dutt does get onto you pretty quickly.
Yeah, he's arm ball, and when he releases it, it absolutely flies. How's Abdullah gone this week with the bat, Vinny?
Yeah, I mean, he's chipped in here and there. That's
yeah, it becomes...
It's going to be tough, especially with Musa Mahmood not hitting his traps yet. But look, like I say, they've got a chance here. They're in with a chance. So 38 off 17. The rate's pretty much where it started, about 13 and a half.
He's got to back himself and just try and clear it right away. Even an edge for 4 would be super handy.
Got no time to settle. Now he's going to get another filthy top edge, and Viv's going to try again, and he will catch it again. So 2 wickets, 2 balls, and number 2, Viv Kingma takes the catch. Dutt's got 2 for none. Master stroke from Brutt in the 8th over as he turns the game the orange way again. Is 97 for 5.
Yeah, similar dismissal. You don't see this too often. It's just getting way too quick on the batsman, and they're not getting enough wood on it, so it goes straight up. Good catch for Vivian Kingma. The Dutch settle after an onslaught, and you'd imagine now they feel a lot calmer. I mean, it's back of a length, but what Dutt does is it's very quick. It's very quick. It's not off spin. It's basically darts. And nice catch from Vivian Kingma in the night sky. We sometimes have a joke about his eyesight, but nothing wrong with it at the moment.
And he's glad he got his glasses on.
Dudley's every chance to get a hat-trick or even more here.
Yeah, well, he's on a perfect over at the moment. Disappointing finish to the week for Abdul Mahmood, who goes for golden Dutt, but just couldn't quite judge the pace of that one from Aryan Dutt. 97 for 5.
Oh, I just think that the Netherlands have now broken through And it's going to be super tough for the Danish to get there. This is the hat-tricks we've had just this year.
Wouldn't mind a Dutch name on there. I don't think I've seen one yet.
I reckon you're a big chance to as well.
Because you just don't have time to settle. There's going to be a fair bit of luck, I think, now. So we see the Hungarian team watching on. Unfortunately, they didn't quite make it to finals day. Did finish with a win, though. New batter.
I reckon slow this one up and bowl it wide of off stump. He won't be ready for that.
Yes, Zeb. See what we get from him. It's a similar one. Well, is this going to be a hat trick? It could be. No, it's six.
It's six.
It's definitely
six. Oh, they're going to have a look at it, but it's 100%. That is a 6.
Musa just loses his bearings there.
That's not Musa, Saqib Zulfikar.
Oh, pardon me, it is. It's Saqib Zulfikar. Again, they're going to look at this.
Well, it could easily have been a hat-trick, but you're right. He just lost where he was, and he was over the rope.
He didn't know he was that close. Again, when you're watching the ball, you'll see it here.
Yep.
Yeah, and this kind of throws it away when he feels the impact and he sees where he is.
Well, game of margins, that really could have been a hat-trick.
Wow. And let's just see Denmark when they see the replay. They're liking it. They're a bit shell-shocked, actually, I think, after those 2 wickets. But
good start for Zeb. Can he do it again?
He does what his 2 teammates couldn't. Dutt still digging these in and just kind of trusting the surface to hurry on to the batters. Zeb with a 6 first ball, slightly assisted from the fielder. Now, it's a proper bouncer, really. Zeb backs away, can't catch up with it.
If you're a batsman here, you just got to maybe set up for it. If this is what he's bowling, it's a lot.
What would you do here? Do you go late, quick moving outside off and try and go backwards and kind of hook it? If you go too early, then Dutt probably can go at the stumps or follow you.
Just whack it, Vinny. Back your hand eye.
I don't think you can afford to back away to Dutt. This one ties him up and almost pops up for a little catch. Bat onto leg.
Yeah, you sort of feel the Dutch have their noses ahead unless Zeb can maybe find a boundary in this ball and give Mahmood something to work with.
Tell you what, I'd love to get the speed gun on Aryan Dutt at the moment.
It's quick.
He's up 4 steps.
Honestly, if he flighted a ball outside off right now, he wouldn't pick it.
Yeah, true. Anyway, Viv's going back to fine leg. That tells me he's just going to keep bowling some more chin music.
Yeah, well, I was thinking, why is 45 in the ring and then mid-off back if he's bowling this? But 45 took the 2 catches, so...
All right, so you've got 1 ball to come, 32 required.
Just got to collect it. Just got to try and collect it.
Musa Mahmood's the wild card at the other end as well. He's only faced 6 balls so far. There it is. Digs it in. Don't think you can afford to go for 2 here. They're thinking of it, but never going to get there. So 8 overs down. What a cricket game this has been. We've seen some great matches under lights. We've had 2 very entertaining finals under lights so far in this ECC. But it's 104 for 5 after 8. Denmark will need a big finish. 31 required off the last 12 balls.
Yeah, they need something massive to happen. It's a big ask now. I mean, they've been at the rate basically the whole time, but unfortunately, a lot of wickets have fallen. That top order's gone. Looks like in the background, Clayton Floyd, last year's MVP, will be given the honours of bowling the 9th.
I'm going to throw something at you.
Oh, please.
The last 2 balls of the first innings both went for 6. It took Netherlands 11 from 122 to up to 134.
Yeah, small margins.
What if I told you 5 big hits, they tie the game here?
Well,
the way that Christensen was going.
Christensen was the key. Unfortunately, the moment he got out, you sort of felt that probably broke the backs a little bit of the Danish. But let's not discredit them just yet. What do you got? You've got 31 off 12. If you can hit 3 6s out of those 12 balls, I would suggest then you're probably back in it just.
Floyd's clever.
Yeah, he's a canny
bowler. He's really clever. He only went for 9. His first over. Got to go. Big swing and a miss. It's a marginal call.
Well, when you're facing this slow left arm off spin wide, you need to step across. We've spoken about this.
Maybe it's just okay at the point of they're passing the crease. This is going nowhere.
Yeah, it's looking like it's a little bit too above. We said that 120 might have been their maximum. Seb's struggling here.
Should he just try and get this over cover? I mean, they've got fielders there as well.
Walk across so that the angle doesn't have so much effect as well.
This is going to be banged into the ground. Okay, well, Musa Mahmood then, he is an out-and-out batter. He's a guy who we've seen opening their batting for his club at ECL level, Svanholm. He has to find a way to counter this. They're so close yet so far, aren't they, Denmark? 30 off 9. You've got to get it under 20. How are you going to do that?
Well,
not easily.
6 and a 4 somehow, and then hope for a miracle in the last. They needed just a little bit of opening partnership, or Christensen for one more over.
Tosses up. That's clever bowling. Is it okay?
Oh, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. And this is once again the batsman putting their foot outside leg stump to a guy that's bowling it wide of off stump. You can't reach it.
Wow, this is wide.
Yeah,
it's worth a look here, I think.
Yeah, it's definitely worth a look. It's a wide, so they'll get one free run.
Yeah.
Good work from Hassan Zulfikar.
I'd say if Mahmood's out here, maybe it doesn't hurt him that much.
Well, it's definitely, well, it wasn't that one.
Let's have a look at the next one then. On further review, I think it's close. I think he's just back.
Good work from Hassan Zulfikar.
I thought I struggled to get back, but I suppose that shows him he's safe. Mahmood had a lot to do, but so did Hassan Zulfikar there.
It's just a little bit not straight. It's not straight. Sorry.
Yeah, so good bowling from Clayton Floyd. Been really effective here again tonight. 29 off 8. This ball has to go the journey, Vinny.
This has not been a blowout by any means, has
No,
it?
absolutely not. The Danish have given it their all. Is there one last hurrah?
The umpire's helping out Denmark a bit by taking forever to get the subs right here as the clock ticks down.
Tick, tick, tick.
I think they'll be okay, though.
Absolutely.
Occasionally we see a minute go up there. It's directed by the tournament referee for little stoppages. Another go here.
Yeah, just straightening the stumps up. Important part of the game. Clayton Floyd, slow and wide of off stumps. Worked a treat for him this week.
Aaron Kumar Kondati and Andrew Elliott, the on-field umpires in this final. Couple to come here in the 9th. Tosses it up. It's really clever from Floyd. He just pulls the string on this. Seems a lot fuller than it actually is. He turns that one past the outside edge of Musa Mahmood.
Yeah, trying to hit it to the wrong zone still. Unfortunately, the Danish are going to fall short here. It's been a mighty chase, though.
What a game. What a game it's been. And Christensen, just wonder if he'd been able to go a little bit longer. And now this one he will get. Well, hold the phone, because this one is flying into the jungle. We'll get the torch out, because that one is going to be hard to find. Maximal. Well, they'll need a magical finish, but it just brings it kind of just within the zone of possibility. We have seen 23 off a last over winner match before. Will it be the Danish miracle on grass? We'll have to find out. 9 overs down, it's 112 for 5.
Yeah, well, what a nice shot that is. I'm surprised Floyd decided to bowl one that was quick. Should have just kept it slow. It was working a treat. 23 off the last. Well, stranger things have happened in the universe, haven't they, Vinny?
Yeah, well, I mean, we have seen 23, like I said, in last over. That was Kings 11 versus Baracca Prato, match 1 of Bologna last year in Italy.
I feel like you need a little 5 wides or...
Yeah, well, here's Dutt, who's now basically Shoaib Akhtar if he was a spinner. Because he had some success, I think, accidentally with some short deliveries. But the batters didn't really have an answer to it. Phil G in the comment section saying, anyone remember Carlos Braithwaite versus Ben Stokes? Well, you're not wrong there. Zeb, looks like he can hit a ball a long way.
Well, it looks like the same sort of body
23
matchups.
off the last. They'll need a magical finish, the Danes. And well, immediately we're going to get a top edge that's flying quite far. And it's a really good stop. Well, that kind of sums it up for the Dutch. They'll concede 2, but I think they'll be happy with that result.
Yeah, good feeling from Vidivan Kimar. Really good fielding. It's the top edge. They needed it to go for 4, but he's a sensational athlete, Vivian.
How about Kingma? The big effort in the field despite those slight leg injuries that have plagued him during the week.
Adrenaline is one of the best things you can have on a sports field.
That'll make that injury feel a little bit better. Might have something else that might make it feel a little bit better as well later. Just snuck in for time, obviously, Netherlands as well. We saw that on Frederick Constant. Time up. 21 off 5. Need a boundary. And this is hit pretty much straight to the fielder. All right, 6-4, 6-4. Over to you, Musa.
Yeah. I mean, Dutt just digging it in.
It's been a brave effort from the Danes. I did say they were the one team I thought.
A lot of credit to them to push this Netherlands A side pretty far.
I love how they've adapted their tactics as well based on what they thought they were going to do and what they've actually done. They've really understood that gathering those boundaries is the key to building a winning score in this format of the game and in these conditions. Right, now or never really for Denmark. He hits it pretty hard, and he's going to get 4 here, so game stays alive, but only just. Cuatro carreras, Mus Mahmood. Nice shot, and no one's really tried to do this to Dut yet. Hit through the line, he gets a boundary, picks the gap.
Yeah, it's one of the very first balls. He hasn't bowled it short at the body, and he absolutely crunches that. So he gets it down to 16 off 3. Keeps the game alive. He couldn't, could he?
Well, he could, I suppose, but you need to get a boundary off this, otherwise it's pretty much done. If he does hit a 4, it'll be 2 sixes to win. Here's Dutt, trying to ice the game for the Netherlands. And he will. And he will. So now Dutt just knows he has to bowl 2 legal deliveries. And Netherlands will qualify for Championship Week. I think that's the result we expected, but maybe not the final we expected, Corey.
No, it's good that Denmark's really pushed them. Really pushed them. They've made a game of it. Credit to them, but also credit to the Netherlands, holding their nerve at the right time.
Great keeping by Asad Zulfikar. He's been solid back there as well. It really took off. Now keep the bounces coming, why not? This will be the icing on the cake. Saqib will take the catch. So Musa Mahmood is going to go for 15. And so Netherlands 11, they have time to celebrate early with the ball remaining. The Danish team are 119 for 6.
Yeah, nice bowling, just digging it in again. Not enough wood on it. Denmark, well, they'll be devastated. They're going to fall short in this one. It's been an amazing final. Once again, getting high up on him. And he doesn't get enough wood on it. And this time, Saqib Zulfikar's got a lot of rope to play with.
Yeah, he catches it while staying on the field. Tell you what, wouldn't mind seeing Aryan Dutt off the long run.
He does do that.
Through here.
Yeah, he does do that.
Oh, well, see, a lot of sport for the Danish. This is a hard situation for the new batter to come out with really nothing to play for.
What an innings that was from Christensen. That was different gravy.
For me, is he the player of the match? I don't think you have to be on the winning team to be the player of the match.
Yeah, tough one. You'd have to go look
57 off 21. For me, he's the player of the match. No one made more than 32.
It was one of the best innings I've ever seen.
Yeah, so if you play that, are you player of the match?
Yeah, yeah, player of the match doesn't necessarily have to go to the team that wins.
Yeah, for me, there's no doubt.
Just the way he struck the ball. I mean, he made a game of nothing almost. But credit to the Dutch in the end. They've been the strongest group, team I should say, all week. And it's going to be great to have them in finals week.
It's Kenroy Nesta having a chat to Rico Full in the dark. And Aryan Dutt, he's just making sure everyone's where they should be. There's no excuses really, just needs to bowl legal delivery here.
Well, Aryan Dutt might be a name you could say could be man of the match as well.
Yeah, you could.
He came on at the right time.
Yeah, Aryan Dutt would be in the conversation. He's got 3 for 14. I still think leaning towards Christensen, but it'll be up to the officials to decide. Lucky Malik will face the last ball of Group B. He misses it, and it is the Netherlands 11 that will do this. The final score in the final, Netherlands 11, 134, Denmark 119. Only 15 runs separate these two teams, but it is a flawless 10 games from the Netherlands. A perfect 10 if you like. They go through undefeated in the group stage. The first team to ever do that in the ECC, and they mean business, and they will be back in week 5.
Yeah, it's the result we sort of expected. Maybe not the way we expected, but we did think the Netherlands would get home. They've been the best team all week. These cricketers, I think there's 7 or 8 that have huge international pedigree, so congratulations to them. Commiserations to Denmark. Really impressed with how they came back after a difficult day 1, day 2, and getting themselves to the final and putting it to this really good side for a little bit there. But overall, the Netherlands, they are the champions of Group B. They will make it through to finals week, and they are deserved winners of Group B. They'll go well in finals week as well. I think the English side are going to be excited to play them again. I know the Spanish side will be super excited to play up against Netherlands and England. So that's 3 teams that fill in finals week, and we'll have 2 more once Group C starts on Monday.
Yeah, so Netherlands 11, you've got to say their depth kind of got them out of jail a bit as well. You look at that first innings, the fact they did lose those early wickets, they relied on batters kind of going 6, 7 and 8 to get them there, but they did. And I think that's smart management from the Netherlands 11. As you see, they're getting a very good ovation. Both teams really...
Good game to be a fan, isn't it? Because it wasn't a blowout. I think there was a few concerns it might be. But a good round of a standing ovation for everyone involved, both sets of players, because it was a good group, and it had its topsy-turvies, but they are the deserved champions of Group B.
Yeah, they sure would be, and you know, it would have been a big shock if they'd lost the final. But it did look like a shock was on the cards there. So equal parts joy and relief, I'm sure, for the Netherlands 11. High caliber side, high caliber cricket team, and now we can confirm that England 11 and Spain will be joined by the Netherlands 11 in the championship week. And they'll be joined by the winners of Group C and Group D, which we'll see over the next 2 weeks. So it's really shaping up to be a really exciting conclusion to the ECC.
No, I know on a personal level, I'm super excited. Like little Spain to go up against England 11, Netherlands, whatever happens, it doesn't matter. It's so exciting to have 2 teams of that caliber. And like watching some of these Dutch players, they have played the most amazing summers. So it's great to have them on the European Cricket Network, and it's going to be great to have them back again.
No doubt about that. Well, let's roll the highlights. Well, it seemed like an unlikely chase, didn't it? The Danish were hoping for a miracle.
Oh,
well,
boy.
Corey using the camera like a mirror once again, but we saw that's how it ended. Let's go back to how it started. And it was Kingma who really looked like he was going to be the hero, even though there was a little bit of a bobble from Klein, held on to that one. And in fact, both openers went pretty cheaply, didn't they? And you just thought that Denmark, the wheels could fall off. But guess what? There was a weapon coming up, and it was going to be called Magnus Christensen. But before that, you can see that's Denmark. They were certainly trying their best to be aggressive in the face of those early wickets. This would have been out, but not able to hit the stumps. And that one brought Magnus Christensen to the crease. Good catch by Boissevant. And really, this innings from Christensen we're about to watch was something else.
Well, Aslam as well got away early, and he was the key. He started it. He was the one that got the ball away. He hit it to all parts, and that sort of got Denmark on the right footing. And he was the one that got them believing just a little bit that they could pull off the miraculous. Unfortunately, when he was dismissed here by Clayton Floyd with a nice safe catch by Vivian Kingma at 45, you sort of felt like, oh no, Denmark, they're going to fall short. But this is when Kristen Magnussen, I tell you what, sounds like a James Bond villain.
Well, Kristen Magnussen is... What number was he going to do about Magnus Christensen?
Yeah, you
and
know
I do
what I mean.
agree. He might have to change his name. He might be too famous after this innings. Jeez, he hit the ball so well.
I mean, this is the moment he just started crunching it everywhere, and it was a pleasure to watch. The cricket strokes he played were phenomenal.
Yeah, well, he had a bit of luck as well, didn't he? I mean, we saw this one go down Ellenbass, just got the yips in the field. He'll be catching about 100 high balls, I think, between now and the championship week, no doubt about that. But Denmark, they really just started to believe, and it was all about that man, Magnus Christensen. You mentioned Aslam was excellent early as well. Danish flags were flying, and they thought they might have their miracle. But then it was just a short ball that got on him a little bit quicker than he thought, and that one really changed the pace of this game, especially when it fell next ball.
Yeah, absolutely. The moment he got dismissed, it just never went well for Denmark after that. Arjen Dutt did a good job. He just came in, did what Duddy does, just fires in arrows, and people find him hard to line up because it's quicker than they think, and he's a big, tall man.
Yeah, you always have to play him as a medium pace, especially when he's digging him in off this kind of a length. Caught a couple of batters napping, you saw that. And Viv Kingma takes 2 in a row. Well, he had the right prescription, didn't he, there? And so, important contribution from him. Abdullah, disappointment as he went for a golden duck in his last performance. But still, they would try their best, and Netherlands were trying their best almost to keep them in it. That was Saqib Zulfikar that stepped over the line. Denmark, well, they only had a prayer, really, as Floyd bowled a really good night. Although that disappeared, not much else did. And in the 10th, they needed a miracle, and it didn't come off for them in the end.
No, it didn't. The Netherlands, they were throwing their bodies around. Vivian Kingma was sensational in the field, and Arjen Dutt bowled really well at the end. He got another wicket to end with 3 wickets overall. And we said that we thought if they kept them to 120, they'd be in it. And in the end, they just fall short. A great final for everyone involved, though. It wasn't a blowout, which is good. It was an exciting match.
Yeah, oh well, you got your wish. And Arjen Dutt was the player of the match. Although I've got to say, Magnus Christensen played the innings of his life there, under pressure in the final. Coming up Monday, we have Group C action starting. And it is Belgium versus France to open that group, a group that also includes Malta and Luxembourg and the Scotland 11. So yeah, let's see what happens there. And I'm sure a lot of excitement will be on show in Group C, especially with that first match, Belgium versus France. That sounds really explosive.
Yeah, very explosive. What an exciting Group C coming at you. And that's all on Monday. So a little bit of a siesta weekend, but we do have the Spanish domestic cricket. We look at the scorecard, and it was those two men that got them back in it. It was a two-man show. Saran Aslam, 33 off 13, well done, but Magnus Christensen, 57 off 21, just couldn't keep going.
Yeah, it was an incredible batting performance really from Christensen, especially when you lose both openers for one total.
Yeah.
You need your middle order to pick up the pace. That's exactly what they did. Shout out to Aslam as well. Batted very well for his 33. 3 for 14 though. Aryan Dutt came on with the game in the balance. He delivered, didn't he? 3 for 14. He got the danger man first ball, followed up with a wicket next ball as well. Apart from that, King up with 2 early ones, 2 for 31. His figures, I think that he did the job of removing the openers, which was key as well, wasn't it? And apart from that, we saw a wicket to Clayton Floyd, who only went for 17 in his 2 overs. Once again, I want to say a big thank you to all of you out there, no matter where you've been watching from around the world. It's been a really exciting week, and it's been fantastic to have your company all the way along. Make sure you join us Monday morning for Group C. But before that, we have tomorrow more cricket. If you can't get enough, if you can't kind of get through the weekend without more ECN, then we have domestic cricket here from Spain. So coming up tomorrow, we have 3 other teams that will be fighting for that one spot in Championship weekend. So this is weekend 2 of 4. It's kind of breaking up the ECC 5 weeks. So tomorrow, Catalonia CC and Granada and Malaga. Who do you like in that one, Corey?
Oh, I like all of it because I'm coming in to do the early shift, Vinny. You have a line. You've been very good this week. I'll come in early to work again.
Well, it's very kind of you. I've got to say, Catalonia CC, for me, probably favourites. I think looking at their squad, they've got some proven performers. 9:30 a.m. GMT, which is 11:30 in Central Europe, and 3 p.m. in India. Group B. Wow, it was bonanza of hitting, I think. Netherlands 11 didn't really show their true potential in the first 2 days, became good in the end. Were tested in the end. Denmark, they really showed a learning curve. And look, I know we'll look forward to seeing them again next year. Look, shout out as well to the teams that didn't make it to the final, to Sweden, to Finland, and also to Hungary, who didn't play the worst cricket, but only finished with 1 win. Look, great experience, and we hope to see all those teams back next year in the ECC again.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll see them next year. They get a year to rebuild, get their thoughts together. I'm sure all the teams will come back a little bit stronger next year.
Big thank you to all the supporters as well who made the journey, to all the Blue crew, all of Spring Productions as well, all the ground crew here at the Cartama Oval for their work, the umpires and officials. I know we say goodbye. I think to Aaron and to Andrew today, who won't be joining us for next week, but I know that there's a bit of a turnover there because of the workload, of course. Big shout out to Spring Productions. I've got to say some of them are leaving us today as well, because there's a bit of a shift change over there. You guys have been sensational. Go to our website, EuropeanCricket.com. Check out the previews for Group C. Go to our social media at European Cricket. Check out some of the highlights, which included today. Wicketkeeper throwing the ball up and getting clonked on the head.
Best thing ever.
An international batsman getting bowled by a double bouncer.
Best thing ever.
What else? Just so many things happening, and some outstanding one-handed catches and boundary catches again, Corey.
Yeah, fantastic. I mean, every group has challenges and moments, but some of the best moments were in Group B this week, and I can't wait for Group C on Monday.
Yeah, well, like I say, you can join Corey and me tomorrow for the ECT 10, but if you aren't leaving us, we'll see you on Monday. And I know that Rico Full wants to send his regards to everyone out there. Thanks so much for the messages of support. But for now, it's Vinny Sandu here, Mr. Maximo. Corey Ruckers with me. Well, towel yourself down and, well, maybe pour yourself a little glass of something. Enjoy these highlights of the day. And we'll see you Monday for more Dream11 European Cricket Championship. Hasta mañana.